What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Aftermarket. I'm having some weirdness with my computer again, so I've actually entered this on my phone. Don't know what's going on with that, but it's all good. I'm still at my computer, so I can let people in. And I see we've got a taker, a couple of takers. Here we go. Come join the stream, everybody, if you want to chit chat and let us know how your day in the market has been. What's up?
What's going on, Don? Can you hear me?
I can. How you doing?
I'm exhausted, Don. Fighting the top. Fighting the top. This market has been too tough. Okay?
It has. It
And
definitely
that's a
has.
lot coming from me because I used to be the one that loved to trade the drop. Shout out to Lolo. When I first came in the group, we used to just be like, I'm waiting for this stock to make a new high and then drop. But the last 6 months has turned me into a believer, and now I don't know what to do. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Yeah,
I
man.
didn't think this was
Lolo.
gonna last this long.
I know. Lolo had some good advice.
Yeah, I can't wait till Lolo come back. He's 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 taking care of the family. I think I believe he went on a softball trip. It's something to do with the family. I know that, so he'll be back. That's Lolo. He's coming back. I hope so. Anyway, where's Cox?
Shout out to everybody in the stream down there in the comments section.
What's up, David?
Can you hear me this time?
I can hear you.
Yeah, can you guys hear
Okay,
me?
yeah, I tried to get in a few minutes ago and it was acting funky.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I may have to go back to StreamYard. StreamYard, I didn't deal with a lot of these issues when I used to use that. Either that or go straight through YouTube Live.
Um,
So, what's up, D?
I'm telling you, everybody is just exhausted, Jay. I mean, Dawn, it's been a tough day. It's been a tough week.
Sorry about that. Why can't I hear you guys? Are you talking?
Well, we're waiting on you to say something. You the host, right?
Yeah, it's weird. I can't hear you. I saw your thing light up, but I can't hear you.
Can you hear me
Yeah.
now?
Oh, the technical issues. What is the problem?
can you hear
David,
me?
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
I can hear David. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I
Say
guess you
something
can't
again,
hear
Ralph.
me. Yeah, I just said something. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can't hear you. David, say
All
something
right.
again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear Ralph?
Yeah, I can hear Ralph. I can hear both of y'all.
God, man, what
Okay,
is
what
going
about
But see,
on?
the
now?
same thing was happening yesterday because I could see people lighting up, which I was assuming they were talking, but I couldn't hear them. And then, like the next time they would talk, I could hear them.
Yeah, because I can hear you and I can't hear him.
Okay, can you hear me now?
And I see him talking because I see it on my computer where he's lighting up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to leave and come back. I'm going to leave and come back.
That's crazy. He went back out. I think he's gonna try to come back in.
Yeah, he said he was going to drop out and then come back in. See, that's what happened to me earlier. I was in and it looked like y'all were talking, but I couldn't hear anything and I didn't know if y'all could hear me. So that's why I backed out and jumped back in.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will definitely get these technical issues worked out, even if I have to switch providers, because I don't know what's causing it. I never go through any of this with my normal live stream. So, yeah, I can't even go through my mic. I'm like on my phone with this. Speaking of which, let's play a little homage to the Fun House.
Oh,
Oh, oh.
Shout out to all my American Dream Trading fam. Love you guys.
and the ones that never venture into the fun house are going to be like, what the hell?
Oh man, I had made like a few of them back to back to back. And Matt and Party Hardy were like, yes. I think that was the very first one I made in honor of them. Okay, let me see if I can't pull him back in. I'm gonna try to pull you back in, Ralph. I think that's Ralph. Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
I can.
Yep.
All right. All right. Yeah. So I was saying, man, this week just been tough. And where's Cox? He is what's his name?
I thought I
Sean?
saw him in the chat.
Sorry, guys.
Man, I had a rough day. I had a rough day. I'm trying to play it off, but I
Me
had a rough
too.
day. I mean, it wasn't bad because I'm not gonna let myself lose more than $100 in a day because I'm already so far deep in the hole. But yeah, when it got to about $25, I'm like, nope, can't do it, not gonna do it. So I'm going to chill. I said I'm gonna chill and just get in a nice little Apple play tomorrow and just watch Apple. I've got the 2-minute EWO strategy down. I've got levels. I've got support and resistance. Which is levels, but you know what I mean. I've got the confluences that I'm looking for, so I'm confident enough to get in trades and then get out of them when I need to. So I'm like, you know what? But I don't like chop. I cannot trade chop.
Dawn, I tried to help you out, and the analysis that I gave you was absolutely wrong. I was like, oh my God. I tried to tell you that this was going to happen and be careful with this. And I think some news came out, and
Yeah.
it was like, it was ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm like, that's this. I'm not doing this today. It's like if I don't like what I'm seeing and I can't seem to, I remember going into a couple of SPY EWOs where I got in on the EWO, and I remember when it first started the downtrend, and I got in that EWO, but it kept killing my premium. It would go down. I'd be up like 10 or 12 bucks, and then that nice big fat green candle would come up and wipe that shit right out, and then it would go back down again, which I know are the market makers killing stops, and
Exactly.
it started going back down again, and I would immediately go from negative $5 or $6 all the way up to like plus 11. Because it would basically pick back up where it went off, where it left off. And luckily I have my stop set at like the 25 to 40%, because I wasn't playing with that much at a time. I was doing like maybe $20-$30 contract or like $60 contract. So I'm like, I lose 30, I'm good, or 25, I'm good. So my stop wasn't getting triggered even with their bullshit they were doing, because I had it set far enough back.
And then, so All right. The plan that you was working on now, I sent you those levels. They seemed like everything was falling in place until that news came out.
Yep.
Cause I was
And
like,
then it shot up to high heaven.
right. I was like, Don, if you be careful, I think the level was something like 439, 66
87.
something. Yeah, and I was like, long as it
I
don't
looked
go
at it.
above that,
Yep.
you
And I took
good.
it into consideration.
I
And
said,
that's what happened. And as soon as that happened, I was like, okay, here we go. I'm getting out of this. You know what I mean? But I got out as soon as it started shooting up, but I had lost $25 before I was able to get out of it. But when I saw it rising like that, okay, you know what? I don't think the 2-minute EWO had hit yet. So I decided to wait, jump in that, and I'll be damned if it didn't start descending again. I'm like, come on, dude.
see, what I
But
thought was gonna happen, because when I sent you that message, I drew a line on the chart. It was
But it
439,
was my fault because I
66.
didn't check to see if I was at a resistance level when I did that. I just jumped in on the EWO and I did not. It takes practice to get all of that in one foul swoop. But I see where once you get it, you'll be able to just do it. You'll automatically know what to look for, what to look at. And I know what to look for, but I'm moving so fast that I'm forgetting to do those steps. They need to be muscle memory and they're not there yet.
See, what I thought was gonna happen, because I got my chart up right now. I'm looking at it. That 439.60 or whatever, that level right there.
Mm-hmm.
I thought prices is gonna come up, hit the VWAP line, and then just continue with the downtrend. What happened was the news came out and pushed it up just it was like that was the fuel that they needed to get it up, to get enough people stopped out, and then you can see it came back, bounced like it was gonna go back up, and then it just dropped. The rest of the day was a continuous downtrend. I said, "What the hell?" They just stopped out all they just, if you didn't have your stop back, forget
And what does that
40%.
tell us? That was probably fake news.
Yes, I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "If you didn't have your stop back at least,
It's like they
I
couldn't
mean,
get
yeah,
rid of me for shit. And it's like, you know what? And I'm sure there was more than one of me. So that's what they did in order to get that. Those green candles were not kicking us out because we've been trained by the best.
right."
So those green candles weren't doing shit for us that were like, no, I'm going to ride this put. Okay. Because I know that you're going down today. And that's everything is saying that you're under VWAP. You're way under VWAP. You're
Yep.
way under the 200. You're way under everything. And your trend is down. You're going down. I'm not getting out.
What you think
And
about it, David? David, the expert. I need the expert up in here because I'm confused. I mean, I got this pattern that look like an M. When I know in my heart that if that news wouldn't have came out, price would have just come up to VWAP or to the little ribbon with 21 line or whatever that is, and then it would have just continued on down. It would have been a perfect day, but they found the way to put out some news that
then
don't
they had
matter
the
to none of
quadruple
us.
bottom.
Yes,
I was like, oh yeah. I remember Pastor gave us that example where if it keeps on hitting through that, it's going to break through it like glass.
right.
And I'm like, come on, baby, come on down. And eventually it did, but I was out of buying power. See?
Hmm.
Well, see, the way I see it is you come down and it hits a point and starts going up. So you figure that's support. It's one person that's hit that support one time. You hit it twice, that's two people on there. You hit it three times, that's three people, and all that weight just wants to bring it down. So if it hits the
Ah,
fourth time, it breaks that floor and then tumbles.
I like
And
that.
that's what happened too, because they got a little triple bottom right here, and then it pushed up off the news. But then when it came down the second time, it wasn't no stopping it. It went through that thing like butter. But
What's
at
up,
that,
Bruno? Yes, I'm still having problems. I don't know what the hell is going on with this. I'm on my phone. I'm on the computer and the phone. So I've just got my computer where I'm sitting in backstage. So, but I jumped on my phone so that I could actually be a part of the stream because I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's restream or what. I actually cleaned out all my cache. Did a disk cleanup. Did the whole, did the little, cleanup of all the temporary files. So my computer's running like good. I don't know what's going on. What's up, Danny? He said, Dawn, you could a little louder. What? Speak a little louder? I think you missed a word there. I'm on my phone, so maybe that's why I'm coming in. Am I coming in low?
Cox, you gotta go up to the top of the when she first started doing the it's at the top of the chat and you'll see the way to
Can you
enter the
guys hear me?
stream. Yeah, I can hear you, Don.
Okay. He needs the
You
link
are
again.
you are a little low, but I mean it's not a scream low. Maybe I'm loud. I don't know. Right, he was trying to come in, I believe.
I can repost it. Okay, I reposted it.
But yeah, Don, that was something else today because like the pair that I'm trading is I don't know, for some reason the Euro USD just turns into SPY. Once the New York bell ring, it turned into SPY. But it's the inverse. Oh, I'm back.
Hello? You there?
All right. Yo, Don.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to leave for a few minutes, but I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right. What everybody left? You know, you in here? You're not gonna have anybody in here? I
Huh?
won't be long. I said, did everybody leave?
I don't see David. I see Cox right there. I'm having
Well, I won't be long. I gotta go help my
I'm
cousin
here,
with something.
but
I won't be long.
no one can hear me. Okay, let me try adding him in again. Okay.
By the
Oh,
time I
here I
come
am.
back,
Yeah, there you go.
he here now.
Okay,
By the time
I've been in
Cox
here.
get through talking, I'll be back. By the time Cox get through talking, I'll be back because he kind of long winded. So it's gonna take him about 15 minutes to get through
What he got to
venting,
say?
and when he's done, I'll be back by then.
All right. We'll be here. What's up, Cox? Okay, now he disappeared. What's going on?
What's good, y'all?
Not much.
Here, I got I'm gonna be back and forth with my mute because Logan is home.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a serious delay.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah. Am I low?
A little bit.
What about now? Hey, Logan.
Say hello.
I wonder if it's the music. You know what? Let me stop this music.
Is everything coming through twice? Again later. Oh, I had the okay.
You might have your thing turned up.
No, I had YouTube still up. So what's going on?
Not much. I'm gonna play with this real quick with this mic on my computer.
I had a terrible day today, y'all. Terrible. TSL
Why?
TSL took my lunch money, my mama's lunch money, talked about my mother, slapped me around. Bad day today, y'all.
Yeah, I didn't do anything good today that I needed to do. You know what I needed to do, and I could not get it done. It was not working with me today. Christine, is that you?
Yeah. Oh. Like I said, I'm gonna be back and forth with them. I'm here, but I'm gonna be back and forth to Mike. You know, Logan here. Like right now, he decided this would be a good time for him to play the piano, so keyboard. So I'm gonna be back and forth with the mic. All right, I'm here though.
Cool. I'm not. I'm definitely not gonna begrudge him his music, especially being a musician. Let that boy play. All right, let's see if we can bring.
Okay, I can use the space bar. Okay, yeah. I saw those drums back there. I was wondering who was the drummer.
I'm the drummer.
That's dope.
Yeah, I've been playing since I was about 7 years old.
Oh, that's dope. That's what's up.
Yeah, I play professionally.
He's trying. He's trying to learn. He's trying to rap. He's trying to sing. He plays his keyboard. He messes around with the little keyboard. So he's trying. You know.
Nice. Oh, he would love this room that I'm in. Who we got in here? Oh, that's David. Okay, we'll go ahead and mute that situation. David and Christina, see if y'all can't try to come back in. All right, let's see what we got here. You there? You there, David?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Sorry. Yep, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I am really looking for. You know what? And I hate to, use Apple as my hero, and I'm not gonna do anything. I heard you loud and clear when you said, don't wait for just one way as far as a setup. As long as I know what I'm doing with the E1 now and the support and resistance levels and things like that, it's no need to just go one way with it. If I see it running in the opposite direction, why not get in on that as long as I'm in at the proper time?
Yeah, and the main thing is, like Coach says, you could get into one and it'll burn you. You get into the next one and it could double the trade that you just lost, but you got burned on the first one, so you're hesitant and you don't want to do the second one, and you could miss the runner. So that's why, as long as you go into it knowing what you're up against and knowing that, okay, well, this one's against the trend for the day. I'm going to be a little bit more cautious, but I'm going to get in it small. And if it does continue in your direction, then you can let it run for a while.
That was huge when he said that today. And it was just like I've heard him say that before, but for some reason today it really clicked because I've been doing the Evo now properly for like a good week. I've been getting in them. I just haven't been lucky enough to catch a runner. But I'm at that stage now where I'm like, no, hold on to the process, Dawn. It works because while you haven't had a runner, you have made bits and pieces of money here and there getting in properly, and staying in and getting out when it flips color and all of that. So you've been doing it right. It's not you this time. It's you have not gotten that runner.
Yeah, and like I said
So that
in the beginning, it's a lot harder when you're doing single contracts because you'd
it
rather
is.
save any profit that you have, so you're gonna naturally
Right.
cut them shorter.
Yep.
But
And that's what I've been doing.
once you see the pattern of, okay, well, you know what, I've consistently been green, then you start getting a little bit more open and saying, okay, you know what, then I'm going to stay in this one a little bit longer because nothing definitely told me to get out of it other than I wanted to save some profit. So once you build up the account
Right.
to the point where you can do at least two at a time, you'll notice, okay, well, I'm at the same point where I would have completely sold before. Let me sell one of them. And worst case, that second one does run against you some more. You at least locked in profit from the first one and you gave it a bit of cushion to see if it'll rebound and continue in your direction.
Right. Cool. Yeah, that's the idea. So tomorrow when the contracts are cheaper, I'll be able to buy them two at a time. I got a feeling it's going to be a good day, David. I really do.
Yeah, as long as you go in small, they trust me, if they do end up being a runner, they can turn into double, triple your money, but you're never gonna know if you don't sit in it. And that's the problem with single contracts. So that's why I said it makes a huge difference when you can get multiples. Like Coach says, it does make a huge difference because you're more comfortable knowing you've already locked away a little bit of profit at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the goal. That's the
But
goal.
yeah,
And hopefully
you're
some
never going to get to the point of being able to size up if you don't get the base hits to begin with.
yeah,
So it takes a while to see the consistency, but it does pay off in the long run.
yeah. And hopefully some people in the chat are taking notes because this is good stuff, you know what I mean? Coach preaches this all day, David preaches it all day, Lee, everybody, Mitch says the same thing. So, I just have to remain patient and it kills you when you're trading with bill money. It kills you when you're trading with bill money, but I don't really have a whole lot of choice and I'm not going to stop doing it. You know what I mean? And I just want to do it with like smaller position sizes because, I do paper trading, but, I also want to actually do it with proper mechanics in the real world so that I can, begin to size up. But it's hard when it doesn't translate over from paper trading, the timing of it. So I want to do it in a realistic setting.
Oh yeah, well everybody knows that paper trading gives you a false sense of hope. It's once you get into
Yeah.
the real money and you see the way contracts actually move and your entries are actually getting processed. Because yeah, you'll see it in paper trading where, oh yeah, I had a great fill, I had a great sell, but then you go to real trading, and man, I was 4 cents away from what I wanted, and when I sold it, I was up 6 cents, and I only got 2 cents out of it. Well, that's the real movement.
Right. Who else we got in here? Who did I just let in?
Me.
Hey,
Can you
what's
hear
up?
me?
Yes,
Oh my
we
God,
can.
that's like the 6th or 7th time I was. This is the last time I'm trying. I kept coming in saying, "Can you hear me? Hello." Nobody could hear me or see me. I'm across the room right now trying to get my shit together, so you can't see me, but I can hear you now. So I was missing.
Cool.
Hello.
Hello, how'd you do today?
I did okay. Made a couple hundred, but I'm still in Uber. I got stuck in that, so it started going down right after I got in, of course.
So then,
Of course it did,
why
right?
did you get stuck in it? What happened?
I don't know actually. I was looking at something else, and all of a sudden it went down, and then I was like, "Oh, it's gonna come back up." I did everything wrong. That's what I did.
So no stop loss either.
No, I didn't have it in yet. No. I know. I told you. I broke all the rules.
Renegade.
And it was one that I figured
Hey,
I'm
Miranda.
going to hang on to it anyway. It's one that I would hang on to, because I know it goes up. There's different. I hear Lee talk about it all the time. So, and I was an Uber driver, but so I thought, well, I'll just stay in it for a little while and see how it goes. If it goes up, I'll cash it out. If it goes down, I'll sit and wait. So I wasn't too worried about that one. That's why I got in it. But
Bruno said you gotta know. You gotta find out why.
Why I do the things I do.
Yeah. Hey, Linda L.
No fucking clue.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
we
okay.
can.
All right. How you
hear
doing?
you now.
Hey, Danny.
So I'm going to be taking you guys in the car for a minute. Well, for a few minutes. I got to take a ride. It's going to be fun because I still got to put my makeup on. So I'll be doing all that.
Hey, JoJo. It's all good. Just be careful.
Oh, I'm always careful. How did you do today?
Yeah.
I
didn't do what I needed to do. I think I ended up ultimately losing about $25.
That's not bad, but still.
Maybe $50. Yeah, that's good for me because I will lose 400 in a clip if I use big position sizes when I'm not supposed to be. What's up, Juan?
I feel like I said this to Lee today. I feel like everybody he said the past 3 weeks he's lost so much money. I feel like everybody's having a hard time the past 3 weeks. Maybe not everybody. People are still making money. I just feel like people aren't making the same money that they were. The past few weeks have been a little bit different, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but
that's the same thing. Raphael was just saying. He had sent me a tweet or an X or whatever you want to call it. X message.
Tweet. It's called a tweet. It's called Twitter.
Yep.
Right. Still. What's up, Franco Torres? I see you down in the chat trying to say hi to everybody and let everybody know I see them supporting. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. But yeah, hey Farrah, I see you, honey. Vegan knowledge. Be careful, baby girl. Love you.
So Raphael was just
Vegan
saying the same thing.
knowledge.
Is that what you said?
Yep.
Yeah.
Miranda, you gonna come up here and talk today? Farrah, you gonna come up? Danny, what's going on? I think I might have said Danny
Come on
already.
down.
Bruno studying.
I see him in the chat.
You see my ceiling fan.
I know, right?
I'm trying to get my.
She's getting that breeze going on.
It's going.
Yeah.
Juan said he had a good day today.
Christine,
Good
I
day,
had to
Juan. You
lean
should
all
come up and
into
tell
the
us
computer
about
just
it.
to hear you.
What? I didn't hear you. Sorry, what?
I couldn't hear you earlier when you were talking. I had to kind of lean in to try to hear you.
Well, that's because I talk so soft. Not. I don't know why.
You're so crazy.
I'm a loud talker. I can't.
Super Trader.
Super Trader? Super Trader's in the house?
Mm-hmm.
But
Super Trader's in the house.
hey, honestly, today that hurt my feelings a little bit today. You know what I'm saying? Sitting there just watching this, and it's like I think I heard y'all talking about guessing bottom or guessing the bottom or whatever. I'm sitting here watching Tesla just tank. I'm talking about it's like
you still guessing?
I'm like, just fuck it, go out of business then. I mean, that's how I felt. Excuse me, y'all. That's why I got on the mic out of frustration. I'm like, are they trying to bankrupt him? You know what I'm saying? Is that right? Is there a scheme to bankrupt Tesla? so that the other EVs can succeed? I don't know what.
Sometimes it seems like that, right? Like they keep it down. They don't want it to go up.
Yep.
But you know what though? When not Tesla, but I think it was Google or something, and I'm just wondering before I really started trading, when I was just in here listening to culture things, it was just something that was just forever running. And I'm like, well, how far do these things go? I mean, how, you know what I'm saying?
Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Check out JoJo down in the chat. She said, just remember that August is always choppy and September is traditionally like down, like really down. I did not know that because I'm a new trader. Thanks for the tip.
Either.
I heard somebody mention, I heard a guy mention, he said he tell his team, Logan, he tell his team to sit out August and September.
Oh.
Literally, this is
really.
Yeah, this is what he said.
See you in October. Bye-bye.
This what this one guy said. He said, I tell my whole we sit down August, and but the one thing Coach says, we don't care what the market does. We know how to trade.
Yep.
So it don't care if the market is down. We don't need the market just to be up. It wasn't. I don't know if it's my understanding or my judgment or whatever it was, whatever it is. But where TSLL or Tesla, I'm just gonna say Tesla, where Tesla was yesterday, and then I guess I'm guessing bottom, and then it tanks further, and I'm like, wow, when I was saying Tesla was going down to 200 and 220 and 215, I was being facetious out of frustration, right?
At the bottom, so you hit zero. Right?
So what?
Not at the bottom, so you hit zero. Anything could go all the way. Anything can go. Everything can go any way. We just never know.
Right.
Okay, I had to turn that daggone. I had a fan on. I had to turn that off because I couldn't hear Christina at all.
I was just saying, we're not at the bottom until we hit zero. That's why you can't guess it. You can go. It can spike up. Anything. It just, it's so unpredictable right now, especially,
But if I had gotten puts, we'd be having a different conversation right now. So
if there were only one place.
Yeah, but I don't want to. I'm not blaming the market or anything other. I'm trying to figure out my judgment. What in the hell made me think that? What in the hell made me think that a call was feasible or even made sense? I don't know.
Oh, I see Bruno. What's up, Arlo? I see you in the chat.
Yeah, I get it, Sean. Same with me. What made me even think I should get in this or get it? It's that what do they call it? Hopium.
It's crazy.
You're hoping.
Tesla is one of those stocks, though, Sean, that can really throw you for a loop. It's like SPY. It's very SPY and Tesla. They are very volatile stocks and can do, like Nana's always saying, Tesla's doing Tesla things today. That's the type of shit that it does. What's up,
It's too
Bruno?
expensive for me because I just do stocks. So I'd have to, what am I going to get? 2? And, I'm not going to make much or whatever on it. So it's not feasible unless you're doing options, right? And then it's affordable. Is that the key to it? Because stocks is just not.
It depends on what premium you get, but you don't want to you can go out of the money and get as low as a freaking $10-$20 contract, but your delta is so far away from where your would be making money. You know what I mean? That's why Coach is at the money all the time, because that's where the delta is the best to even see some profit. You go too far out, you're just going to be spinning your wheels. I used to do that all the time.
Where he's going, it's going to cost too much because you got to get, it's a contract, is 100 shares, right? So it's just expensive. Like I don't know how you guys all do it.
Well, they give you one price. It's a discounted price. So if it's $1, that means you're paying $100.
Oh, well, that's it. That's all it would cost.
That's it. You'll see a contract that's $100. It's $1, but that means it's $1 times 100.
Right.
That's what your cost
Right,
is.
but then, and that's gonna make money, or that's gonna be like it's a long shot. Is that the one that you were saying? Like it's because it's so far out. I don't know.
No.
I need to figure that out.
So basically, you just need to forget about the 100 stocks part of it because you're just starting. All you
Okay.
need to worry about
Right.
is the contract cost you $50. Did it move in your direction and go to $55? Yes, you made profit $5. But by the time you
There you
sell it,
go.
if it's pulling back against you, you could break even. So you'd rather it get to $65 or $75 and have a stop. That way, if it does retrace on you, you're still in the profit somewhat.
Right. Okay. So I just got to think of it as the one contract, and that's it.
Yeah, because
That's it. You don't even think about the 100.
Okay.
because you're not worried about getting into holding those stocks. You're not doing any of the wheel option. You're not doing cash secured puts. You're not doing covered calls. You're just buying and selling the cost of the premium. So you're only worried about the contract price and the delta. Because if you go too far out of the money, your delta's too low, and you're not going to get very much price movement in the premium price, even though the stock moves, because the delta is too low. So if you're in that point 0.4 and above, it's good. If you're 0.3 and under, it's going to have to move way too much to get price movement in the contract price.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna look at all that again. Thank you. That's the stuff I didn't know, and I was just hitting buttons and it was gonna cost me one day. Oh, the total was $14,000. I was like, what the hell? I must have hit something wrong because it's not that much. So I didn't do it. And then one day I was playing around with it with paper trading, and I did make money, but I didn't know what I was doing. So that was lucky, and it was paper. So okay. All right.
You
Another
better
thing
stop
that,
using. You better
smaller
stop using.
accounts need to do, that coach always trains us on is stop looking for Tesla, stop looking for, well, SPY, you can kind of get away with it because SPY has smaller contracts. But yeah, Soxel, the stuff that Sean's doing, TSLL, which is the Tesla thing, so yeah, any small stock. I remember Nana put that thing out with all of that. So
Oh, that's right. She did put a thing
yeah,
out.
IBM, got to look that up.
Yeah. I'll do that. All right, cool.
Bruno,
Thanks.
are you talking?
Yeah, I said you better stop using luck as a strategy.
I know, because it's running out.
I can't hear you. Can anybody hear him? Am I being heard?
I can hear him. I can hear you.
Somebody just suggested an ETF. I can't scroll back. I was trying to look it up. Is IWM? Says Jojo. I don't know why we don't ever watch IWM. It's the small stock ETF. When the market drops, IWM usually runs.
Never heard of it.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Unfortunately,
All right.
Yeah, it's $183 ETF.
$183.
Yeah.
Good Lord, that's not a lot of money.
Well, I mean, an out of the money contract is 73 cents. I mean, what?
Oh.
That ain't too bad.
No, I was just kidding.
And in the money contract is $128. So I guess, that's not terrible.
So Cox, how was your day with Tesla? I'm pretty sure you told them already. I don't know if they
got my face ripped off, head kicked in, talked about my mother, took my lunch money.
But Cox, didn't I tell you yesterday about market structure? How many days in a row have Tesla been falling?
a lot.
June. Oh, you said days. Oh.
If the stock has been falling, it's continuing to make lower lows lower highs,
lower highs and
and
lower
it's
lows.
taking out the swings, the bear trend will continue to fall.
And that, I thought I had a grasp on the trend for at least for the day, for the moment. This was I got caught in yesterday. It wasn't nothing I didn't play anything today because I'm still dealing with yesterday. So yesterday it was bullish. It was bullish toward the end of the day.
And see that right there. See, it looks like it's bullish for a day, but really that's just all that is a pullback. If you like go back on your screen, like go to a higher time frame, what I mean, and you'll see that the only thing it's doing is just pulling back a little bit just to slam down again. So, until I always go to the higher time frames to see, if it's a higher high, and whenever one's going down like Tesla, well, pretty much like everything right now, I always wait until I see it make a high and then make a low and then make another high before I just start, putting a lot into it going back up, because it's just going to continue to fall. And there is times when you can get
Right.
in and on a call and, go counter trend, but I'm saying what I do. I don't like to go against the trend, no matter how good it looks, because it's just every time I did it, I got my face ripped off. So there's just something. If it's a downtrend, I'm only looking for shorts. If it's an uptrend, then I look to buy. And that's just me. Now they have plenty of people that are good at it. I mean, Coach, he can do it. David probably good at it. I'm not good at it. I mean, I guess I don't have enough
Talking about
experience.
scalping?
So, well, no, not necessarily scalping. Just going against the trend. Like if it's going, if it's in a downtrend, I'm gonna only look for puts. If it's been going down the whole time, if it's been in a sideways trend.
They get in and out so damn quick.
Exactly, yeah, and I'm not fast enough.
And that was my trust me, my intent was not to try to hold it and hope that it shoots up or something. I was trying something of a relative scalp, you know what I'm saying? It jump up just a few, just a little bit and run up or something.
Right.
I got caught. You know what I'm saying? You just get caught, and then you get caught. You get caught, and then it's like, oh, okay, all right, I could get out right now. $13. Okay, all right, $13. I could take that. And I'm like, oh man, it's kind of it's trying to fight its way back. So I'm gonna hold on to it.
I'm trying to save you the pain that I went through, because man, it's just easier to go with the flow of the trend than it is to try to fight it.
Yeah, trust me, I'm not trying to go against the grain.
That's all.
I do that enough in life, so I'm not trying to bring that aspect into trading where I'm trying to do my thing or what I want to do, or what the what the market to do what I want it to do. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to do that. I'm not even trying to play that game. I'm not trying to fix my brain. I'm not trying to create those bad habits at all.
So what else went on today?
What did you do today? How did you do today, sir?
Bad. I mean, I didn't do too bad. I can't lie, I didn't do too bad. I mean, I got in one trade that I wasn't supposed to get into, and that one it turned bad, so I just closed the trade. So I kind of, instead of holding on as soon as it turned against me, I just went on ahead and closed. The second one is still open right now. The third one was one that I had wrote off to being a bad trade because it just stayed in the red for a long time, and then it just dropped, and I had to take profit set, and so it sold off, and I tried to go back in and get in, and then that didn't work either. It just, when I went back in, it just started kind of like coming up, so I just ended up closing it. But the second trade, I only took 3 trades. Well, 4. I took 4 trades. As a matter of fact, one of the trades that I took was the UVXY. When they mentioned about the Vixen class, and it was like, how can you trade the VIX? I was trying to tell Christina as an ETF, UVXY was like $19, and I didn't get an option or nothing like that. I just got one share because I had like $20 in one account, and I said, "This is what she need to be done." I looked at it. UVXY is usually one of the ones that shoot up real high, real fast, and then it drops. But I guess today was so bad with the downtrend, and I guess it tracks fear or whatnot, and it was just up all day, and so I got in at like 19 something. And yeah, I got stopped out probably about 19. I think I got stopped out. I think I made like 50 cents on a one share trade. It
That's
wasn't
good.
the options or anything. It was just one share. I was trying to let you know, Christina, that you was asking about the VIX, and I was like,
Yeah, I
yeah,
looked at it. I looked at it, but I got
UVXY.
scared. I looked at it.
Yeah,
I was
that's
afraid.
the volatility ETF.
Yeah,
Chicken shit.
yeah, I was.
That's the
And so
fear
I was,
index,
and then
right?
I
The
had no
VIX is the
balls.
right, and she
fear.
didn't
That's
respond. So I was like, I was gonna tell you, if you were to get into it, make sure you keep your stop tight, because I know
yeah,
make sure you keep the stop tight and just ride it up,
yeah,
and
yeah. I was
Yeah, one
whenever
afraid.
it
thing you are
knocks you
not is
off.
chicken shit. I've heard you do some crazy shit on there.
Yeah, I
All
do.
right, so
Chloe was
UVXY
saying she
climbed
had no
up to
balls
like
today. She didn't want to say it. I
it,
was gonna say it. I was gonna tell her you got no balls, but I had no balls today. I gotta say that I didn't because I've been losing lately, and I didn't want to lose anymore. I'm like, oh, damn it.
Yeah, that'll
So
create that.
yeah, so I got a little chicken shit. You're right, a
And
little bit.
that's what Ralph said. Was it who was it yet? Was it Ralph or David? It was either Ralph or David or both. Talking about the mentality of getting banged, getting your face ripped off, and then not having the confidence to get back in another trade.
that was David.
Yeah,
I remember David saying it because
Man,
in my head I was like, he's exactly right, because after I
that is
lose
so
a
true
few
because it's
times in a
like
yep,
row,
very
just
true.
just like
I'd be afraid to even get in a trade. I'm
It
like,
happened to me today.
Yep,
I'm like, no, I'm not losing a bunch of money today. I'm not doing it at
and
all.
that and
me
that's
too.
one of
But
the
I still got in
reasons.
some, and I screwed the pooch on that too.
But
So
see, he's right. It doesn't mean I'm getting in when I'm supposed to gain. I'm going to lose money. I know how to. Now the fear is what kept me making money today, not what I was doing.
right, right, yeah. Well,
Ralph. I do want to say Ralph because you was when you was asking me. Look, the biggest thing, the problem is when it was down $9 or something like that. I didn't get the hell out for
What was
whatever.
that? Which one are you talking about? The
TS,
Tesla?
the Tesla, the
Oh,
TS,
it was an
and for
option.
whatever, and because I'm sitting here and I'm pondering it because I didn't have to get stuck in it. I didn't have a stop on it, but I'm sitting there with my finger on the trigger.
Okay, and I struggle with options with this too. I will always think of the comeback, and so
That, and I
what
guess
I have
that is
learned,
the fatal flaw.
that's exactly what I do. Oh, it'll come
what
back.
I learned from what I have learned, period, is
I haven't learned yet.
from now on I just cut the if it's a losing trade. All right, when I get in with a wide stop, of course. So even if I'm in a different market, I'm still using coach's rules. I'm still using the same rules. Okay, and I come in with the wide stop because you got to be fast on the trigger, or you will miss the trade. And
What's a Y stop?
after I get in with what a right stop is going to be at least 40%. I mean,
Okay,
I take it even farther than that. When I set it up for me, I always do
okay,
like a 1-to-1. At first, I was using like 1-to-3 and trying to get a 1-to-3 and all that. No, I just come in with a 1-to-1. If I'm trying to get, I guess with options, I guess you'll say if you're trying to get so much percentage. Anyways, coach's rules is 40%. I go a little farther than that and I cut mine in half. So whatever I think my stop is gonna be, I enter with the 50% and I start scooting it up from there. And I heard Mitch say that, and so I started using this store because I'm a little slower than everybody else. So I go in with the 50%, and then once I'm in the trade, I start scooting the stop up. Now, as I'm scooting it up, I'm finding a spot to where if it comes to this point, I'm out. I'm not gonna let it come all the way to the 50%. So as I'm scooting it up, I got that spot, and then like, okay, my ideal ain't right no more. I don't have to wait to get all the way stopped out, and I just exit the trade.
You
I'm
put
not
a limit.
telling that.
That
I'm
way,
not telling y'all to do. That's what I do.
are you saying you limit what you'll make? You'll stop it like if it
No,
gets.
no, no, no. I'm saying whenever it start to go against me, going,
Okay, okay, gotcha.
yeah, going the other way. No, I don't. I
Okay.
don't. I don't use it to take profit. Dawn, we
My
gonna keep that
thing,
against between us, Dawn.
my whole thing, and then this has been the fatal flaw from the beginning. Is once it begins to turn against me, I just don't get out, regardless if I,
And that's the best thing to do. The best thing to do. I'm gonna tell you the best thing to do. And this is what coach is gonna tell you to do because I heard him say it over and over. Set the stop, and if it get hit, you out. That's it. That's it. Set the stop 40%. I mean, he'd be like 40 to 25%. Listen, whatever your risk is, whatever you think it is, just cut it in half, and that's gonna give enough room to breathe. I mean, or don't take it no more than 40% because you won't survive with the small stop with the options. I don't think you will. What you think, Bruno? Am I giving the right advice? I think you should give at least give 40%. I mean, no, I mean, because that candle will come down and then you'll be like, what? Well, I just got stopped out.
I hate
That's
that.
just to get
Goes
you
back.
in. To
but
get
see,
you in, go in.
that's a coach rule. And see, I got my Weeble set up. Now I was in trade armor, but I got my Weeble set up with a 40% off the rip. I don't care what it
Right.
is, and
Yeah.
then
And so if
I
it
adjust
if
it.
it passed that up, that's it. Don't move it down. Don't
No, I'm
over.
not. I'm not doing that. Just
Okay.
just for whatever reason.
So 40% off the rip. That means it's gonna. If it drops 40%, then you lose. You lose that, and
Well,
you're
no,
out, right?
we talking options here, not
Right. But anything, like just when you think the
but
40%, like if it
I
goes
know I
forty
know
percent,
what you
you
about to.
lose, right? Like I don't want to lose with that.
Right. When I set my stop, that's it. I don't move the stop down saying, hey, it may come past this. Because
Right.
if when you start doing that, it's gonna back up. You're just gonna end up losing more. Now, I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but most of the time,
But you're willing to 40%. That I'm not willing to lose 40%.
well,
That's what I mean.
on the option, well, with shares, no,
That
no,
yeah,
with
yeah,
shares,
yeah. With
of
share
course not. Hell,
too much.
with shares, I just
Right.
it's just I find I probably go like under the next little swing or whatever. But with the options, you got to give at least that's the amount you're gonna need
Oh,
to get
okay.
in, just in case a wick come down and wick you out, and that's what coach suggests. I take it a little farther than me because I was getting stopped out seemed like for no reason. And then but once I get in, I start moving this, I start scooting it up. But if I see it coming back towards me, I'll be like, well, my idea just wasn't right. And I just exit. I cut the loser short, what I try to do. I
And
try to cut the loser short, and then I try to let the winners run as far as possible. And
yeah,
that I struggled with it for a long time. When I started doing that, that's what made it better for me.
Yeah. I just
holding on to the losers, the hopium,
Yes.
the
Because the longer
hopium
you
that
hold with the options, they got the time decay, and that's not the big deal. The big deal is the gamble. Like if it pushes down really hard, really fast, when it climb back up, it's not gonna be the same thing. I mean, you know what I mean? Like when it come back up, even if it come back up to the price you entered, it's still not up enough for you to exo. You got to be right with the time also. So if it goes against me, I just go ahead and close it out, or I scoop my stop up. It get hit, I'm out. I don't. I stop doing that, holding on, hoping to come back. Now sometimes if you got like an apple, you may be able to come back to break even. And some eventually some of them do come back to break even, but most of them they
yeah.
don't.
Some look, I got one out.
square.
But yeah,
But
yeah. I mean,
thank you, Rob. You know what? I'm just yeah. I mean, my whole thing is, oh, okay. I'm sitting here. I'll get out. You know, You know, that's my thinking. Oh, I know how to get. Oh, I'll stop it out. You know, or I'll close it, and then I
There go
don't.
ask David what he's do. Let's see what David do. David,
The
what you
mental,
do?
because you're hoping. Yeah,
David gonna
it's the
fuss
mental.
at me.
I started closing a bad trade. Me like
Well, basically the same thing. I used to go in with 40, but now that I do Apple, I started at 30. And that's like you were saying, it's only for the initial purchase because of the price
exactly.
movement. Depends on how good your purchase was. If it was in a movement of a candle that moved up and then retraced against you, you need that cushion. But I never let my stop hit all the way down at the 30% because I have, like
Hey,
you said, I have my stops built in saying, okay, well, if we get past this level, to me, it doesn't look good anymore. And it could be 10%, it could be 15%. But if
right.
it breaks a
That's it.
level going against me, I'm not going to sit there and hope it comes back. I'll get out of it with a small loss. And then if it does come back and break that level going back to the other side, well, then maybe I'll get back in.
Prime example. Like, all right, whenever she had asked me about the take profit, like the widget that I got set up while I enter my trades, I think it was on UJ. Yeah, it was on the Euro Yen. All right. Euro Yen, I entered the trade because I got the second candle. It was a down, it was a short. So I entered short or whatnot. And I always have it set to a 1-to-1, no matter what it is. If I'm trying to get 10 pips, I'm gonna have a stop loss of 10 pips. I'm trying to get 50 pips, I'm gonna have a stop loss of 50 pips. Same thing, you know. And so when I entered the trade, it fell down and then
Oh,
it
you
came back
eating
up and
chocolate?
started
Where's your
bouncing.
chocolate?
I
Right there.
moved it down to like the second swing, and I was like, well, if it come above this, I don't want to be in the trade. And it was there for a while. I think I had left, came back to the house, and then all of a sudden, I think I might have been doing something, and all of a sudden it just shot down and it hit the take profit. And I told Don, I was like, look at that. It just hit the take profit. That was a trade that I wrote it off, and I told Don, I was like, I know we weren't supposed to be using take profits, but the take profit worked today. And I said, it's probably going to reverse from here because that's what usually happens. Man, that thing started dropping. I got back in. So this is the punch. When I got back in, it went down a little bit, but then it started retracing. So once it started retracing a little bit, I dragged the stop down, and I was like, well, if it hit it right here, I was like, getting closer towards the end of the day, this thing ain't doing nothing. I just closed it. So don't feel bad if you have to close a trade. That's what I do. I close it early. Like if I don't feel like this, if I feel like my idea isn't working out anymore, I'm wrong. I close the trade because it's just gonna keep going against you. It's not like
That's what I did today that I
you know
wasn't
what I'm
doing
saying.
before. Who did we just
Yes, I
let's
stop
welcome
it out.
who did I just let in? Is that Miranda?
Hey, it's Jade.
Jay, oh,
Jade, what's up, Jade?
how
Hey,
you
how's it
doing?
going?
Good, honey. I always see your name in the chat. How you doing today?
Good, good. I'm trying to join in a little bit. Yeah, I'm working from 7 to 4, and so I just usually listen and chat and type. I can't really talk.
Cool. How'd you do in the market today? They treat you good?
I'm just paper trading right now. Paper trade wasn't so good, but I'm just kind of playing around in paper, even just letting myself fail on some things just to see what it looks like. If I hold on to something too long. And I've done well on paper overall, but I know it's easier. And most of it is just playing around in forward. I just let it go up a penny and sell and then buy it
Right.
and just do that over and over again. But yeah, I know it's not that easy.
Yeah, no, it tends to be hard, but you're doing the right thing. If you're a brand new trader.
Yeah, I mean, I've been here for a few months,
In the
and then
group?
looking to coach a few more. But as far as like historically, I've not really traded at all.
Well, at least you're starting out right. Coach always says start out in paper trading if you're don't play with real money. So you're doing the right thing. And he's got a ton. Have you hit his playlist yet on YouTube?
Yeah, I've watched a ton of his videos and listen all the time. And I really appreciate like hearing you guys and learning the things that I'm trying to convince myself like not to do the things that everybody says that the growing pains that they've gone through and the mistakes they've made. And I want to follow those rules from the start.
You follow the rules, you'll be good. Don't lose more than 1 to 3%.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and really, if you get in the habit of, when you do switch over and transform over to real money, don't trade in the first half hour to an hour.
Yeah.
Let the market kind of settle into what it's, most likely going to do for the day. You'll be starting way ahead than most people, and we
Got
are
all those
blessed to
rules
have
written
somebody that
down, and
helps us with.
my thing is going to be the fear, because even in paper, I get scared in paper, and like, why am I scared? It's not
Yeah,
real.
well, position size will help you with that. If you're
Well, even it doesn't matter.
small,
In my small, like, paper, I'm doing small on paper. I'm not like, I'm trying to act like I would
still
in
nervous.
real life, but it still scares me. So I know it's going to be a big problem when I'm actually using real money.
Mm-hmm. It's all right. Just practice,
Yeah.
and you'll get through it. You'll eventually get over that.
Yeah.
But keep your position size really small. You know what I
Mm.
mean? And the only way to do it, and you got, is that 2-minute EWO strategy. It'll help, because it'll help you learn how to sit in a trade, especially when you're in there with a small position. So it'll help you sit in a trade longer and let it work its magic. Learn about support and resistance levels. You know what I mean? Support and resistance levels. I don't know what you guys think, and everybody in the chat, but I think support and resistance levels has probably been the most that I have learned so far, because even with the 2-minute EWO, but needs those support and resistance lines to be truly to its best for you. But it'll work better for you if you know where the hell that stock is going, where it's been.
Yeah, I see that, like, in even in paper, like, when I don't know when to get out, and I'm realizing, like, it's because I don't know what I should be looking
You haven't
for.
charted.
And,
yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a VIP member?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, go in the VIP recordings and check that out. He's got a charting video in there that is stellar. And he's got
It's in the
some
workshop. I think it's in the workshop, isn't it? No, maybe not.
yeah, it's under VIP recordings.
Oh, okay. It's
Yep.
not in workshop. Okay.
No, it's under VIP recordings. But yeah, that charting one, that's huge. That's one of the best things you can learn as a new trader. That's where you should start if it were me.
I wish I could trade. I wish I could really focus more on. I'm just kind of like, I'll pop in and get something on paper, and then I have to put my phone down. And I know people probably are doing weird things while they're listening, but I might have the weirdest job. I look at pap smears all day in a microscope.
All right,
So
then.
I have to. I'll jump in. I'll buy something in paper, and then I'll have to put my phone down. And then sometimes I'll do like a limit stop, up ahead to sell it, because it's not a stop, but limit sell.
Yeah, limit, so it kind of acts like a stop.
Exactly. But I can't really sit and watch it or babysit anything. I'm traveling right now for my job, so I'll have, like, my plan is to take 3 weeks off between each assignment, and then trade, then. So I'm just trying to learn as much as I can.
You're doing it the right way. Stay in paper until you feel comfortable, sweetie. That's all you can do. Arlo and Miranda, get your asses up here. I see you down in the chat. Get up here. Yeah, stay in paper. You're doing the right thing.
Man, I wouldn't even be able to trade if I couldn't use support and resistance lines. Like, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I gotta know what price is at. I gotta know where it came from.
Yeah.
I tried it before. I tried the naked chart. I used to, like, sometimes come up in the chat and be like, I trade with naked charts. Ain't no way. I can't do it.
I get it. I didn't get it as much in the beginning. It took me. I'm so pissed off because I wouldn't have put myself so far if I just paid attention to levels in the beginning. I didn't get that was probably the most crucial part of everything. And then learn how to use the EWO basically teaches you how to stay in a trade, basically. But the support and resistance, what what helps you make it, as well as prevent you from losing more money. You're going to have losses, but at those levels, you hear Eric throw that shit out there. Eric, Eric knows those levels, dude.
He can chart.
Yeah.
He said he does it all the time, like all night long. He'll just chart.
Yeah, he's always charting.
You know what else I be doing? Like I don't do it. I be looking for like confluences in between the price. Like okay, like once I get in the trade, and you use the second candle to get in or whatnot, and then I look to see if price is making a higher high, and the EVO is making, like if the EVO is making lower lows, and then but the price is still making higher highs, I'd be like, okay, now the trend is about to get ready to get weak. It might be time for me to get out of. Do y'all do that too, or y'all don't look at it once y'all get in the trade?
I get that stuff all the time, like what's getting lower and high, like higher highs, lower highs, all that.
Right. So
yeah.
And when I be looking at it, I be like, well, the EVO not growing no more, so this thing is starting to get weak. Like, I'll be like, prices getting higher and higher, but the EVO, the wave ain't getting no higher. It's steady going down.
Right. Then it's getting weaker. Yeah. But I still don't get out.
She said I still don't get out.
No.
She's like, you got to stop me out.
Awful. And stopped out. I hate it. I feel like I've just lost something big. Like I've just lost a game, or I don't know what's wrong with me. Adrenaline. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just keep going. Yeah. Something must be missing in life. I'm trying to fill the void.
Aren't we all?
Shit, I don't know what it is. But
hey, David back in the room. That's who I really wanted to ask. I didn't see his icon thing. Hey, David.
He had to go to a game or something.
Oh yeah, he had chili duty.
Yeah. Well, I'm still here listening. I'm about to pull into the parking lot.
Oh well, go ahead. That's not important. What I'm talking about. That's just.
Take the next right onto Amelia Street, then turn right.
Oh, there's one more thing I want to ask you guys. And it's about trading, but it's different from trading. Okay. Whenever I found out that Dawn was hot micing last night, I don't know if y'all knew that, but the cat out the bag now. I busted her and her wife.
What?
I busted her and her wife. They feed meat to the cat. Okay. No vegan should be doing that.
No. Get it right. You're dead wrong.
That's what I heard.
We were talking about the fact that people should feed their cats real meat because they're carnivores. We don't do that yet. Look at you, all loud and wrong.
What I heard was y'all was headed to the meat market to get some fresh meat.
God, you are so wrong.
But no,
y'all can start kicking people off.
So look, after that, I was I think I was telling Sean about how we was doing the crypto where you buy the bottom and the top, and so I went and looked at Dogecoin. I placed the trade to see if I still had it. The next morning I get up, I check to see if it hit. It did, but when I opened Dogecoin up, like a little Dogecoin bear thing came out dancing, and I was still asleep. I'm like, am I tripping? And so I must have closed the computer and restarted TradingView. And when I went and looked at Tesla, I saw Elon pop out like a little, like a cartoon version of him, like smoking a blunt on there. So I'm like, okay, I'm not tripping. TradingView got like little animations. Have you guys seen that?
I've heard about it. I haven't seen it myself.
Yeah, I thought, because at first when I saw the Dogecoin dog or whatever their logo is, it come out dancing. I was like, what the hell? And I was like, did I think I just saw what I saw? Because it came dancing from the side of the screen, and it like, how Homer Simpson disappeared in the bushes. That's what happened. And so I'm like, no, man, I must be still asleep or something. Did I see what I just thought I saw? And I was like, I'm not gonna tell anybody about this. And a while ago, probably like about an hour ago, as soon as the market closed, I closed the laptop down. I came back and I went to look at Tesla. Same thing. I saw Elon come out as a cartoon, and he like took a puff of the, whenever he was on the what show it was, Joe Rogan. It must have been from that.
The Joe Rogan podcast. Yeah.
Right. It was him doing
Yeah,
that,
it
and
was
then
Joe Rogan.
yeah, and then he popped out from the side, and then he looked real pissed because the stock was falling, and so like it went away, and I was like, okay, so this must be something new that TradingView is doing, and it might not be new. I don't update my stuff enough, but it popped out, and I was like, what? I was like, okay, I'm not tripping. Y'all have y'all saw that like on the big thing? I wonder what Apple have if you look at the Apple chart. I mean, I guess it's only on the popular tickers. I don't know. Guess I'm the
Can
only
you
one
guys
that
hear
saw
me? Am I
this.
still cut or am I good?
You're
now.
cutting in and out a little bit.
Yeah.
It looks like Bruno's over there trying to take a nap. I didn't know AI had to sleep.
What about now?
Chilling.
But yeah, man.
Bruno, the way your camera angle is, whenever you're typing, it looks like you're playing the keyboard.
It looks like he's about 2 feet tall.
Bruno look like he tired.
Barely peeking over the keyboard.
What about now?
I can hear you now.
That sounds better.
Okay,
That
cool.
does sound better.
Spider-Man.
What's going on with your video, boss lady?
Spider-Man.
She's from the phone, I believe.
I lost my glasses. I lost my keys. Lost everything.
I don't feel like putting it all up in the little harness and everything. Don't you like my J's?
So Don, Spy
Yo,
is the
jeans.
only one you did
You
today.
got on
That's
Yeah,
the
jeans?
only the one putting the one call.
you talking about a strap?
No, you like then you do a putting, and then after that you say you switched to a call. Like soon as it was.
Yeah. Body day.
Yeah, okay, yeah, because it really did look like he was about to go up. Like it really went up
It
off
was
that news.
flying.
Yeah, so
You know, did I really get that you were telling me about the smart money because like wow, they knew what they were doing.
yeah, I
They
didn't
were
think that
doing
news
because
was
it
coming
flew
though.
up and I fell right into the trap.
I was just saying, I don't all these people that be like acting like if you don't trade smart money concepts, then you ain't trading right. First of all, I want to clear the air. Most strategies work in the right concept. I mean, I don't have a problem with people who trade smart money concepts. I got a problem with the ones that be like, well, if you don't trade smart money concepts, then you ain't doing it right. Bro, the way that I trade, listen, I do the Evo, that's the way I learn. That's the way I'm a trade no matter what. You can't change my mind. Now, do I go look at other ways of trading? Of course I do, because I want to know what other traders are thinking. And so when I look at it, think like today, I think I sent you like 4 pictures, and I was like, this is what the trend traders are looking at. This is what the people that trade this way are looking at. And I always think like that because the market is just only traders trading. That's it. And they have some traders that live by, I mean, I know Coach don't like the Fibonacci or whatnot, but I always pull the tool out because the only reason why I believe Fibonacci work is because of herd mentality. I mean, you have some traders, I mean, the ones who learn off Fibonacci, they will place limit orders in the golden zone. So I want to know where that's at. So I pull the tool up, see where it's at, put it down. I'm not using it, And then, far as the trend lines and support and resistance, I want to know all different forms of trading, but I'm going to use my style. But I just want to know what the other ones are thinking before I get ready to place the trade. I don't know. I always think like this. I don't know if you guys think the same way.
I definitely think it's something we need to be aware of. I really do, because it's part of trading. Point, I love coach's strategy, and a lot of strategy helps you get through a lot of that crap.
Right.
Like,
Coach.
is gold. I love that because with where it is, until it gets back to it's at a normal state, if I reverse or get that refractive lens or whatever, I can see that like that. So the EWO works for me because I don't have to be with it much. Even if I can look at the support and resistance levels, and because you're gonna have chop, but when you have chop and you've gotten in the proper time, the chop doesn't affect you as much unless it's completely tanking and changes color.
When I first started, I learned from the EWO or whatnot, and then like every other strategy that I try, it don't work. And then when I go back to the EWO, it do. When I first switched up and started doing Forex, for example, I was like, well, the 2-minute EWO is not going to work because higher time frames or whatever, I'm not on the 2-minute, which if you go down to the 2-minute, it will work to get you in a trade. But when you look at a Forex chart, they mostly just going to the side. They're in consolidation most of the time. Most of them that's trading and supporting resistance is like the best way to trade it. So I said, well, I'm gonna just do support and resistance. Whenever it gets to the top, I'm gonna sell. To get to the bottom, I'm gonna buy. Supply and demand or whatever. Tried it, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just use the 30-minute candle, and when the second EWO candle get up, I'm getting in trade. Those is working. Then whenever I brought it up to coach, he was like, go down to the 15-minute. And so I'm like, I'm gonna use both. Every time I get in at a support, a resistance line, get chopped up. And to the point where I just was like, you know what? I'm gonna just get robotic with this EWO on a 15-minute time frame. And ever since I did that, trade's been working out. Even this morning, I got in the first trade that I get in was USD CAD, and that was a mistake because man, CAD just been going up ever since we had our bad news. The Canadian dollar has been rising. Okay, I'm gonna just come say it. The Canadian dollar is going to 150, but I was like, man, it's coming down. I'm gonna short it. It's at the top. It's about to drop. Got in. That thing ripped my face off. Dawn, I sent you the picture. I was like, what the hell was I thinking? you know. Soon as it dropped down a little bit, it just came back up, turned around. It wasn't an EWO play. All the rest of the trades I took, EWO plays worked. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna just save y'all some time. Other strategies, they do work in certain contexts. Other strategies work because it wouldn't be a strategy if it didn't. But I know one that's real easy, and you already know it. So stick to it.
Right
Well, and
now,
those of y'all that can't, the people that can't watch their trades all day, I did a bunch of testing with the 30-minute, the 1 hour, and the 4 hour, and it works in all time frames.
It do. It do. It do. Like I noticed when I was like, okay, the reason why I picked the 30-minute when I went to Forex is because most of the people that trade over there is either on the hour or the 15. So I was like, I'm gonna split the difference. I'm gonna get on the 30-minute. That way I can be ahead of something right behind the other ones. That didn't work. But like I had told coach when I explained it to him, I was like, listen, coach, the 30-minute it worked, and the reason why it wasn't working because I wasn't giving it time to work out. Like the ones that I placed, like you just said, David, I placed the 30-minute EWO, the second candle, and I'll be like, man, this thing is turning around on me. What's going on? But the ones that I walk off on, they'll work their way out. Like it just take pretty much it's gonna take 30 minutes for that trade to work out at least. And that's when coach was like, man, you need to bring it down to the 15 or the 10, you know. And
Yeah.
so,
Well,
I,
yeah, because that way you'll get in a little bit quicker and you won't miss as much. If you're still trying to trade in the day, the 15-minute and the 5-minute EWO is pretty good for inside of the day. And then if you're trying to do anything for a longer term, you want to do, and preferably at least the 1 to 4 hour. You don't get a
uh-huh.
lot of fake outs in the 4 hour. You'll at least get some movement in the 4 hour once you get a good flip on the EWO.
Right. And then I noticed that also. I trade London session a lot, and it's a lot slower. New York session, I done figured out today that I was doing it because I was like, with the New York session, I'm gonna just have to take it to the 5 minute. It's way too fast. Like this shit is changing too fast. Then it, London's all right. Asian session too slow. Once you start going one direction, whenever the London traders wake up, they're gonna change the trend. Then once they get it going that way, it's gonna go up, and then it's gonna come to what they call the kill zone, bounce it up again. Once New York come, I used to have a model where I just say, look, listen, I'm gonna be out of Dodge before the New York bell ring because this is all the pairs turn to spy. You know what I'm saying? Like all of them turn to test. It's too much. So
Yeah.
I can't handle the chop of the New York session. I'm just not that good yet, I guess. But and then that was my plan. I was like, once 8 o'clock come or whatever, I switched and start doing, listening to the group and start trading stocks again. And so here lately, because we done started this, I usually be sleeping now. I've been sleeping through my session. I slept through the session last night. Pretty much this whole week I've been trading New York. And that's what I noticed, that if I'm gonna be trading New York session, I gotta take it down another frame. Like 15 minutes is too slow. And then for the session, what I noticed, if you man and one, like say if it's a breakout, break and retest, say if it's breaking out of a trend line or breaking a level or whatever, and you get the second candle on the 30 minute. Well, that second candle is not gonna come into the retest. If you're on the 15 minute, then you'll get in on the breakout. Like, the second candle is gonna show when it's breaking out, and then it'll pull back for the retest or whatever, and then it'll go up. And that's another thing I noticed in Forex, they get a retest every time they have a break. Stocks, it'll break out and you won't get a retest until like 3 days later.
Yeah.
It do. Like every time, I don't know what that is about, but that's one reason why I was losing when I first switched over. I was like, man, every time I get in, it'll drop, give it to me and take it away. I'm like, what's going on? And so,
Well, yeah, every stock is its own animal, and you got to get used to how to handle it.
yes, yes, yeah.
I wanted to jump in and say I'm trying to jump in between, my 5-year-old being a 5-year-old, but right now I I am actually not trying to place a trade if I don't place it with the 2 minute EWO for real. And the video that David did, I've watched that thing enough. I'm starting to repeat some of the words. But I wanted to ask David, man, is there anything that like after you did the workshop video, the 2 minute, is there anything that you like, oh, I wish I could have added this, or oh damn, I wish I, was there any changes or anything that has changed or anything you wanted to add or possibly anything in regards to the workshop video you did?
Not really, other than I forgot to. I don't remember if we did it in the video where I talked about the longer time frames, because I hear so many people talk about not being able to babysit their trades, and I understand if you're working and a lot of places don't allow you to have your phone on you, you will miss the whole day, or you force a trade. So I really wanted to talk to people about charting on the higher time frame and using the EWO in the higher time frame, because like I said, I've also done a couple hundred trades in the the 5-minute and the 30-minute, and all of those work out too, as long as you're using the EMAs in the correct position and following. And the reason we started using the EMAs is because coach always says one of his uh, checks before you go into a trade is, what is the trend? Am I going against the trend, or am I going? Well, the EMAs are a visual version of the trend. You can automatically see it's in an upward position, it's a downward position. Okay, if it's in an upward position and I'm going in a put, you can physically just real quick pop up on the screen and you can see, oh, you know what, it's going for a call, but the EMAs are still telling me it's to the downside. So that gives you a little bit of hesitation. Okay, you know what? I might go into this one, but I got to go in light because we're still going in a downtrend, and then the opposite for an uptrend. And so that just falls back on one of coach's rules about knowing the trend of the day and knowing to be cautious if you're going against the trend. And that's exactly what Rafael was saying a little while ago, was knowing the trend. So that's why I always have the 5-minute chart all the time. And sometimes throughout the day, I'll flip it to maybe the 15 or the 30 just to get a little bit bigger of a picture. But I always have the 5 running just so that I know what bigger than the 2 minutes that I'm dealing with is working, what I'm working with bigger than the 2 minutes.
Right.
Right.
Hey,
And we didn't get to dig into it too far on that.
I'm trying to experiment with
go
that,
ahead.
the EWO, with different time frames, because I hear you and coach say, you know, they work on all time frames. Excuse me. So I'm trying to get, you know, better at my trades or whatever the case may be. And I guess if I'm looking at a higher time frame, then I won't get scared out. I don't usually get scared out of the trade.
This
I
is
don't
what I
have
learned
that.
about that Cox. For me, the time frames is like this. Whatever time frame you own, that's period. Okay, so if you on a 2-minute, you need to be looking back at the screen at least every 2 minutes. If you on the 5-minute, you need to be looking back every 5 minutes. Okay, so if you got a job and you entering with the hour, you need to be checking your trade at least once an hour, and so forth.
Oh,
If you
I'm in
entering with
no,
the
brother.
4 hour,
I like sitting at the computer all day watching the paint dry. I'm okay with that. I can do that.
okay,
That's
but
why
still,
that the
but still,
TSL
I'm in the
what I
class.
did.
I heard him
Say
on
it
in
again,
the
bro.
Zoom. I heard him in the Zoom today, and was talking about, why do you need to look at the higher time? You need to look back at the higher time frames to get the overall picture, the top down analysis. You need to know where's price headed. Like the flow of a river. You ever heard it explained that way? Like, if you look at the chart, it's like the flow of a river. Like, you don't want to be going upstream while it's going downstream. And then, so if you looking at the 2-minute, it may look like price is going up, but for a higher time frame trader, that's just a pullback.
And you
You
know what?
understand?
I'm trying to practice that using higher time frames. Right now, I use the 1, 2, 3. I use the
Well, I'm
1,
not telling you to
2, the
use it, because
3,
you need to
and
stay
the
on the
5.
2-minute. You need to stay on the 2-minute to get it down pat. Don't use don't use it to enter the trade. Just use it for, like, when you charting, and just
You
to get
talk
an
about the 2-minute?
idea. No, I'm telling you to use the 2-minute. Use the
Oh,
2-minute, because
yeah,
that's
that's
the
what I
best
do. That's
one.
how I
That's
enter.
gonna get you in the trade. Yes,
Yeah,
but I'm
I wait
saying,
for that.
as
I
far as
wait
the
for my
higher
second
time
or
frames,
I
you
wait for
just
my
go.
second or third, either the second or third candle, depending on the strength of the candle or how tall the candle is, or overall
Listen,
how
I want to
things are
be clear.
looking.
I want to be clear. I want to be clear. The only thing you need is the 2-minute time chart. That's the only one you really need to get you in the trade. But what I'm saying is, if you look at the higher time frame, it'll give you an idea of where price is going. That's why David was like, he always keep his 5-minute up, because the 2-minute, is only going to give him that, say it again. You can explain it, David. Explain it to him again.
Well, because you'll see it sometimes if you're sitting in a trade, the 5-minute could still be showing down, but in the
Right.
moment you're showing a 1-minute or a 2-minute chart, and it's kicking back up on you, but you
Mm-hmm.
haven't even broken the candle in the 5 minute. So if you're a person playing in the 2 minute, it gives you a little bit more confidence. Okay, well, in the bigger picture, I'm still showing to the downside, and we haven't broken my level, so I'm a little bit more confident. Or you look at it the opposite way, and you're like, oh well, you know what? It's coming back against me. I'm getting the flip of this candle in the 5 minute. It's also going against me. You know what? I better be real cautious right here because this 5 minute is the larger time frame, and it's already curling against me. So that means you've sat in it for the 5 minute period going against you. So if it's broken a level and you're sitting in a candle 5 minutes later that's going against you, it's a real bad sign.
Because I remember this one day when I first started. It was probably like a month after I got in the group. Coach made all of us change our charts to the 5 minute. And he was like, "Listen, because you guys ain't holding in y'all trades long enough. So today we not gonna trade from the 2 minute. We're gonna trade from the 5 minute chart. So it'll make you guys hold longer." And ever since that day, I just switched to the 5 minute chart. You know, because I found the 5 minute easier. But don't get me wrong, you will get in trades faster with the 2 minute. And then I know some people who say they get in with the 2 minute, then they flip to the 5, or they do what David is doing, you know. But learn the 2 minute first because that's the easiest. I feel like the 2 minute is the most easiest way, and the 2 minute E that's gonna get you the best entry of all of them. But what he was saying, if you just only trade the higher time frame, if you working a job or you busy, listen, that the time frame Evo is gonna get you in, and you don't have to sit there and babysit the trade all day. And you can go and do other things. And like I was saying, like if you trade on, because they do have traders that trade higher. They got traders that only trade the daily chart. So they come in, they look at the daily chart, they make their trades, and then that's it. They don't come back until the next day, and not much has changed. But you know, that's a longer term way of trading.
I'll play
And see,
around with that.
basically, I was doing swing trades before I joined the group. So I was basically doing dailies back for the first couple of years that I was trading, and did relatively well with the longer swing trades. And since I was on Robinhood, I was basically looking at 5 minute charts throughout the day, but I was knowing that I was going into them, hoping like basically for the swing trades. So I was planning on the higher time frames for the overall picture to stay in a trade for maybe even the week, 2 weeks at a time. But not knowing all these rules that coach has in place about the theta decay and all that, I know that sometimes that had affected my trades, and I didn't really know what the hell was going on until I joined coach. And that's why when I joined coach, I basically stopped trading live and went to paper trading to practice his methods and his techniques, and then went back to live trading once I saw that, you know what, yeah, this guy knows what he's talking about.
Right.
That's
Look.
smart. Makes all the sense in the world. Especially if you were already doing something and you made a choice to join someone else and try their method to pause your method in your direction and
That was smart.
practice theirs. Yeah, that's inherent. That's very
when
smart. So
when I
I
first
commend you on that.
when I first started doing the forex, and then I finally got the courage to tell coach, and I wake up in the middle of the night to trade the London session or whatever. And coach, he get up early, he start posting on the thing, and I'd be like, after I told him, he like, well, what's going on in the forex? There's a lot of chop over there, as he always asks. I'm like, yeah, it's a lot of chop. And then one day he brought it up to me about um. I told him I believe that's what's going on the other day on the Zoom, and he was like, what's going on is you on a lower time frame, y'all getting sell signals. The higher time frame traders, they getting buy signals. So he was like, unless you find a chart that both of those line up, you just gonna be selling. If you getting a sell signal and the higher time frame is getting a buy signal, you selling to them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, basically, you're in the riptide, and you're about to get your feet
Yes,
taken out from you.
yes. And the ones that's trading the higher time frames, They can hold longer. They got more money. So you just selling to them. That's all you doing. It was like 5 pairs that line up. Both of them are going the same way. The higher time frame going down and the lower time frame going down. And then that way it'll work out better for you, you know. And I was like, all right, coach. And that's what I started doing. If the higher time frame ain't aligning, I just move and try to find another pair, you know. And so I'm assuming it's the same with stocks. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure when I trade stocks, I just stay on the lower. But I do look at the long. I mean, basically, I used to be an Apple fanboy. Shout out to David and Mitch. And so I didn't have to look back there because I know Apple is always going up. So that's that. Am I the only one on here?
No, we're here.
Oh, okay.
No, you
So
don't
I'm,
see
Don,
I'm
this?
still here.
You don't.
so
Hey,
Don,
Ralph,
so
you don't have a visual?
Huh?
I was asking Ralph.
my
You have a
camera
Oh,
visual?
not working. My
Say
camera
what?
not working. I said my camera not working.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, yeah. We on here. We
So
ain't going
Don,
nowhere. We
so
not
yeah,
going nowhere
Don,
until the boss
so
lady said.
it's buy your stock
it
or
is.
now
It
you done
is
said
that
that.
and Apple.
I
I'm
done heard
going
that
back and
plenty
forth
of
between
times,
that and
Don.
Apple. Huh?
What I said? I done heard that plenty of times. Now, what about Netflix?
I'm not doing. Yeah, I've made up my mind between Spy and Apple. And Netflix done whipped my ass too many times. And the contracts are too expensive. Apple and Spy are more affordable.
What about
And
Nvidia?
I know I don't know the levels on Apple like I know Spy. I know a lot of levels on Spy now because I've been tracking it. And I'm starting to get to know Apple. So yeah, David finally convinced me, you know what I mean? And it's cool to know that I've got him to be able to kind of, when coach is not there, kind of, go to for the advice on that, him and Eric. So that's pretty cool.
I haven't really been tracking Apple here lately. I had a strong feeling that Apple wasn't gonna go to 200. Like I just knew that it was gonna start struggling.
I thought it was, dude, I thought it was going to go last year. Apple was the absolute very first option I ever played. So I've always got a soft spot for Apple.
Right. Apple is the one that really turned me out. I traded Apple every single day. I was afraid to do Tesla. I was afraid of Tesla.
Yeah, the dude that showed me how to get in the options, he was trading Tesla, but he started me out on Apple. And I remember kind of piecing out that wait, you can buy stuff far out. I just kind of played around with the Robinhood app and just started looking at things that you could do. And this was before I knew any type of strategies, coaches. Listen, I was just taught how to do options, period. That you can make $50 in 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, show me how to do it. I don't know whether he was trying to start a group or what, but what I didn't like was he ended up showing me with my Robinhood. Okay, yeah, I'll give you a few dollars and you put in there and I'll show you how to trade it. But I didn't realize the pattern day trading rule. And I had traded 2 times and then he had me do a third one for him, or it was a fourth one that would have made the fourth one for that day without telling me about the PDT rule. So we became unbenefited because Robinhood froze my account. So I got with them. They went on ahead and lifted it. I said, yeah, it was somebody who was basically training me. And, I did a trade for him. And yeah, so they were like, all right, we'll give you one more chance. They let you go the first time. And I haven't done it since I got that rule down. But I didn't appreciate that. So we became unbenefited and I never really spoke to him again. So, but he taught me on Apple.
Unbenefited?
Huh?
Unbenefited?
The good faith violation,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah. I stopped talking to the dude because I'm like, you basically jeopardized my Robinhood account so that you could trade. It's like, why didn't you at least warn me about the PDT rule? You knew that that trade I made was my third trade, and you allowed me to do a fourth one, knowing with that, yeah, I knew they'd let you go. Yeah, but that's not the
Yeah,
point.
you don't
You don't
want
put me in that
right. You don't want
position.
nobody to get it. I always tell
Yeah, knowing that I didn't know any
people
better.
that ask about the cash account, and they be like, "Well, I don't want to make the switch." I'm like, "Man, listen. The best thing to do is get the cash account. That way, you don't have to
Yep,
worry about pattern day trading, and it's gonna save you because you're gonna be over trading. And then for the ones who in a rush to get the what's the other one? The margin account. Don't
yep.
rush to get the margin account. Just don't do it. Trust me, that margin account
I'm happy in
almost made
cash.
me blow my account. Okay. Well, not I don't have 25 grand. I just in Forex, that's all they have is that, and that's what almost messed me up. Like I didn't believe it would, but getting in and out margin account, you still have limits. I mean, you can still only trade so much until your margin runs up. So I don't see what the big deal and the big rush is to get a margin account. Even if I had 25 grand, I probably still wouldn't get a margin account. I just trade my settled funds and do what I've been doing because the margin account is a slippery slope. You could over trade really fast with a margin account. You know.
I agree, man. I didn't I had a margin account. I have a margin account with Moo. That's the only type of accounts they have.
That's what I was gonna ask you. How does the Moo margin account like they call it what they call it? They call it something else. What
No, they
like
call it
what
a
is
margin account, but it
so what's
doesn't
the
matter.
pattern day trade rules? Like they don't have a cash account over there because I
No,
like
they
I like Moo's platform. They got a lot of good stuff over there.
right, right. Moo
Yeah.
is the best, man. If I could just trade with that one platform, that would be the only platform I trade with to
So
get good.
they don't have a
What?
yeah,
Really?
they have a
Yes,
lot of they got the trailing stop for the options. They have
yes,
they have all these different
What?
patterns and
dude.
I mean,
Moo got they got training. They got
yes.
it's a lot over in Moo that Weeble and they
I was
Moo
thinking
got stuff
about just
Fidelity
downloading
doesn't have.
the app because when I was looking through it, I was like, this they had a lot of education in there, like
Man,
far as
but
charting.
yes, but the thing is, what with them, just strictly margin. I don't care if you drop 500 in there; it doesn't matter. It's everything is margin.
So
So
they
like
only
right,
give you the three, the
yeah,
pattern day
you
trading or
stuck with the
whatever.
PDT unless you do over the
Damn.
25 now. Look, I talk to them a lot. I call them and I know some of the individuals by first name and things like that. So because I call and talk to them so much, and I'm like, y'all need to do cash accounts for real, for real.
They
Oh,
do.
we will pass the information to Chinese, you Chinese. Oh, we will pass the information along to our team because I kept dude for about some months. I'm like, why do you not have the advanced strategies on the desktop? The only thing they had was uh, um, buying calls and the regular things. They didn't have none of the other strategies. You can do all the strategies on the phone, but they didn't have them on the desktop. Not even the fact that not even
Yeah, I think
not that I'm
they like
not that I'm
Weeble.
using all of that, but I predicted in the future that I may. So, but they eventually, I'm not gonna say they did it because I bugged the hell out of them. But
They
the thing
geared
is,
towards the app.
they listen to their members. They listen to their members. That's one thing that they do very well is they do listen to the people that are on their platform.
Yeah, I
And
heard on Moo like you can be pulling up something and then it'll tell you what kind of pattern that the candles are making and everything. I'm like,
yeah,
what? Like
yeah,
say if it's a certain one, like say if it's a double top, they have it drawn out for you.
yeah,
Then
yeah,
up
yeah.
under there, they'll tell you what's about to happen and what you need to do if this breaks this. I'm like, what? Are you serious?
Look, for
I think
me,
I seen it in Weeble one time. Like if you go on the phone app and like you looking at a chart on the phone app, they got like these little circles or dots or whatever, and you press on it and it'll tell you. But it's so far back. that you like, okay, if you would have told me this at the time when it was forming, that would be great. And it seemed like we was stole that from Moo because it wasn't on there until after I did an update on the phone. Like that was my first time seeing it the other day.
Moo has been out for over 11 years now, and Weeble, everything that Moo does, Weeble copies.
Okay.
For the most part, because I went from I found Moo because I had some issues with Weeble, so I had to find another platform, and I stumbled across that.
When it comes to the broker situation, each one of them have something. It seems like each one of them have something that the other one don't do, or like each one of them. Like me personally, a broker is a broker. It don't matter which one I use, but each one of them have their own like perk. You know what I mean? As far as like Weeble have a lot of perks as far as how you can set up going into the trades and this, that, and the other. Then Robinhood, they might have
Weeble is
perks.
just user friendly. Weeble is easy. That's the thing with Weeble.
That's it.
It's so
it's
easy and user friendly that it kind of make you fall in love with it. Like, oh, this is the bar. Man, I can't. I hate Weeble.
I really don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it.
I don't like it. I don't like
each one of them. Really, to me, if it comes down to it, if you trade, you need to have at least
feels.
2 or 3 of them to different choose one from anyway.
Say what?
I said I feel like if you're a trader and you trading every day, you need to have at least 2 or 3 different ones to choose from. Anyway,
I agree.
I
agree.
I don't think you should just have one broker. Like, I think you should have at least 2. So
I got 4.
That way you can keep the day trading separate from the long-term trades if that's what you're doing. Or that way if you'll find that, okay, well, this one do that and that one don't. So if I want to take this kind of trade, I got to use this one and vice versa. So if you trade, I think you should have more than 1 or 3 or 4 like you say. So
yeah, I do can't day trade on the Moo. So I do more swings on Moo. I day trade off my Fidelity. But I also have Thinkorswim. I have Moo. I have Robinhood. And I have practiced with all of these. And for me, the 2 best out of all 5 are Moo and Fidelity. Now, everybody has their own opinions and how they function and what they like and things like that. This is just my opinion, and I believe I've used all the platforms. Now, I have not day traded with Thinkorswim, and I have not day traded with Robinhood. When people do that, I'm like, how in God's name do you even day trade with Robinhood? But people do. People do it very successfully. God bless them. Robinhood. Okay, well
I got both. I got Robinhood and
I forgot. I got a Robinhood account too. I barely even use. I use my Robinhood account like a bank account. I don't even really use it like a trading account. I use that as a bank account.
Hey, one thing I can say about Robinhood, they get to your money draw out the fastest. Like
that.
Do you got a debit card? Yeah. I don't even think I try to take from the Weeble yet.
Okay, but, I was just saying they have it. A lot of people didn't know that they had a debit card.
Yeah, Robinhood got the debit card. Yeah. Oh no, I don't have the debit card, but I know they have it. But
dude, I do. That's why I stay with Robinhood. That is so convenient.
Yeah, and then Robinhood pay. I think Robinhood may pay faster than all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so real quick, I gotta say this. Anybody see Bitcoin?
Is it falling?
No. What's
happening? My goodness. SpaceX.
I hope it's falling.
It's over 30.
It fell.
Yes.
SpaceX sold 373 million worth of Bitcoin.
Oh shit!
Let me see.
Oh,
I'm about to get ready to buy.
What is that price at right now?
Is it under 25?
Let me check because they said somebody just posted 26. Something. They said it was at 26, but that post was old.
I can't wait.
See, that's
I've
what
been
made
wanting
me
20,
Bitcoin to fall
26,
forever.
777.
that's what made me
Yes, I
get out of
wanted to go to.
Bitcoin. I had
Yeah,
$1,000
yeah,
in
but
Bitcoin.
it's bringing everything else down with it.
Oh man, I missed the drop.
That is a
You
drop.
see? Oh wait. Oh, all right. I'm looking at the 1 minute chart.
20,
I'm
yeah,
tripping.
26. That is a drop. I
I
mean,
didn't miss the drop. I got the drop.
yeah,
Okay. I'm about to go on and buy me some Bitcoin then.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And everything else.
Yo, for them to sell that kind, I'm wondering if goes hand in hand with Tesla. Why the
I'm gonna
Whatever,
tell
go
you.
ahead, do
stock
your
down
thing,
today?
man. I ain't messing with you.
I used to turn Dogecoin into like a penny printing machine.
Yeah,
Like I used to call it my penny
I'm
press.
still holding.
You
I'm
know?
still holding on to like about 30,000 Deutsch.
See, that's what we different at. I didn't hold
No,
nothing.
no, no, no. I sold 21,000.
I didn't hold anything.
I bought
I used to buy my Dogecoin in 10 Doges at a
I
time.
bought
It's like
like
what, 70 cents?
60,000 for $150,
Okay, so
and then
yeah.
I
Let me
flipped
tell
it,
you what I do.
and then I flipped it
And
for 21,000.
this is something somebody y'all may can use, and it don't cost a lot of money because I don't have a lot. You know, you gotta remember I was a broke vet when I started. So with the Dogecoin, you find out what the range is at, right? All you gotta do is go to the last swing that broke structure. It should be real easy. I looked at it the other night because I was gonna tell Sean this strategy. Lolo told it to me. You find out what the last time it came down,
I'm
like
listening.
right now, the last big red candle, and then you follow that big red candle up to its high, draw a line from there going across, a line from the bottom going across. Now, you're going to have to use limit orders and buy it at like 10 and find like the whole number of whatever it is. Let me find and see where it's at. So the strategy works.
Everything tanked. All
And
my
this is a
crypto.
good time to get it because it's done
To
found the
buy.
new,
Yeah.
yeah, it's done found the new level or whatever. So I might start doing it just
But
to
it's
prove
messed
that
up.
this
These
works.
institutions, they get in on it, and they got
Okay,
millions of it, and then they do this.
let me chart it out. This is not tax. What they
I was just about to do it. I
what
was
they say,
just about to do it.
what
I'm
they
like,
say.
this is strictly a
And you know what?
lounge. It's for
Look, it's been a
educational
long
purposes.
time. Now let me tell you how
We are
good this chart and stuff is. This is back when I was using lines. I have a line drawn where Dogecoin fell off the map. Where the big red candle started at, that's what it hit that line and then and fell. So you just draw the line from there to like it came down to right now it's probably like 6 cents, I guess, or whatever. So now that it came up to six, it went down to five. So you want to put your limit order in for like about 0559 or something like that. And then you come to the top of the range where it fell off at, which would be like 6.6, and that's where you put the take profit at. And then you just let it ride. And then you just put in another one a little lower, and then you put the next one in up at the top. And so what you're doing is buying the bottom of the range, just like Coach said with the little house. You remember he did the little house that day? This is the same strategy. You just put a whole bunch of limit orders down at the bottom of the track. And I know what y'all gonna ask now. Well, what happens when it moves to the next one? It's easy. You don't buy a lot of them. You don't spend no more than $10 with Dogecoin. Like each time you get 10 of them, it's gonna be what, 50 cents, 60 cents, or whatever. And then whenever it come up, you're gonna make 1 penny. Now these things are gonna activate and sell on their own. But if Dogecoin was to fall off and go to another lower level, let's just say if it go to 50 cent and now the top of it is 60. So the ones that you got up there at the top, you can either hold on and wait on it to come back, or you can just cancel those orders, or just sell them right there and then buy them back at a lower price, and you made the penny that way. And you just keep following it down and following it up. You don't put a lot of money in. Each time it sell itself, and you get the little ding on your phone like a message, you just go automatically right in and just okay, say like if it made a penny, then you come back in right up under that, and then you just buy it back for a penny, and you set the order, and it's gonna trigger because Dogecoin is just bounce up and down all day. That's all it do is just going sideways and just stay in the range, and whenever it fall to a lower range or a higher range, you just adjust it from there, and you'll see it. You'll be like, damn. This shit just paying me a penny a couple pennies a day. But the strategy works, and if you want to bump it up, that's on you. I wouldn't. I
I
wouldn't.
did. I did Pepe. I did Pepe for what, $30 at
Oh
106
yeah, I
now.
heard about that Pepe. That thing did numbers, did it? I don't
So
follow
it did
crypto like
something,
that no
but
more.
listen, it didn't come back down yet. But I did. I put in 30, and I'm at 106. Not bad.
Hey, I remember one time Dogecoin just took off on the weekend, and I put it in the membership lounge. I was like, shit, Dogecoin just took off on the weekend, and I think Bruno was like, yeah, it ain't do nothing. I wanted to go to $1 or something like that. I was like, shit, it just executed all my limit orders at that time. That's when I was doing this level, what I'm talking about. I said, it just gave me everything. I got to start over from scratch. But yeah, that's what happened after a while. After you line them up, it just Dogecoin to shoot up and execute all those orders, and then you just find the top of the range and the bottom and start over. You know.
These guys
Okay,
see.
now,
These
now,
guys. These guys see
But
that on the
don't
screen.
don't put a lot of money into it, Cox. Don't put no more
okay.
than 10
No,
bucks.
I'm not putting nothing into it because me and you
Yeah.
need to have a little more conversation because I was listening to everything you saying, and it's like at the almost at the end of every other sentence, you like, oh, it's easy, it's simple. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to remember the last thing you said. So
Well, it is
no,
simple,
me and
you
you
know.
need that's cool, but I would
Oh,
like for
okay,
you
yeah, I
and
gotta
I
break
to
it
have
down
some more
more. Okay, yeah, I see what
conversation
you're
about
saying.
this,
Yeah.
yeah, because dude, I just went. I just look, man. I went and
It's
filled out me a
basically the
couple of
same. It's
applications. I went down to
basically
McDonald's and Family Dollar and things like that because
well, this strategy right here ain't gonna.
I
It ain't
lost.
gonna.
I really
It's
did
more
lose
of
my
a. It's
ass.
more of a training.
Say what?
I said it's more of a training strategy to me. It just proves that you can do this if you was. It's basically the same strategy that Nate and Jimmy and the ones that do the channel trading. It's basically the same thing. You know how Coach always be like they trade in the channel. That's basically the same thing as
You guys
this.
can see the screen,
Let me see.
or does
Uh huh.
Dawn have to approve it?
Oh, I can't see the string. Well, I
Can't see
see.
it.
What are you trying to
I just
do?
shared my screen on the stream. See if
Oh
there's an
no, I can't see it. But put it up there. What you got?
see if there's an approval, Dawn, for it.
I don't see how to
Oh
do
boy.
that.
Yeah, I've never used this before, so I don't know. But
If Bitcoin just worked its way into another level.
I have Trading View up on the Deutsch.
You got you play
Oh
Dogecoin
yeah, the
too?
Dogecoin.
I have a little bit, little something, something.
My
I
ex,
probably I got.
my ex
Wait a
actually,
minute.
she actually, Logan's mom actually plays, a
Let me
little
see how
bit of
much
Doji through
Dogecoin I
her
have.
Cash App or something.
Cause I was gonna bring this up to you. I got one last night, and I got my chart up, and I said, let me just see if see if it still works.
They've been
And
holding it up. They've been holding it up.
I got one last
Well,
night
hey Ralph,
at
Ralph,
60. Huh?
Ralph, uh, check this out. I'm 53, and you know what I'm saying. I'm well enough an adult. So if anybody make a suggestion, if I do it, that's on me.
Yeah,
So
it's on you.
don't worry about
So right, I'm
financial
gonna
and
tell you
tax
the reason
advice.
why when I opened it up to see the reason why I had got it is because basically Dogecoin is doing what it's doing now. It fell down, it made another level, it went sideways, then it came down and it rejected up with a pin bar or whatever. And I knew then that it was about to just go on and make another hump. I didn't think it was gonna fold up like this. That's what Bitcoin did to it. I
Hey,
thought it was gonna
Dawn.
probably just ease back up.
Hey Bruno, I think I'm looking at the screen share thing. I can share a window.
Yeah, I thought it was like something. You know how when you go in, you got to approve it.
Yeah, because I've done that before. With speaking of the guy that taught me how to do, I did that with him. I had him on, and I shared his screen.
No, yeah, I was just
All
wondering
right,
if
let
it's
me.
maybe something that pops up as a request, like just like when I get on here.
No, but let me see something
See
here.
if you could see like another window that popped up, because it will bring it up on the screen.
Hey, now Rob, I think I can do. I think I can trade that. No, as a matter of fact, I know
I
I
do
can trade
mine's
that.
on Robinhood.
I can do it in
You already
Mumu.
have Robinhood.
I can do it in
I
Mumu.
mean, I don't know what Mumu charges, but I don't know what none of them charge. I just only did it in Robinhood. Robinhood, I know just limit orders is the only way to go because if you do a market order, they're gonna charge you a lot for a market order. Shit, they charge a lot for a limit order. But crypto just costs a lot, man. That's why I
Look,
stopped dealing with it.
I had no clue with crypto. I had $1,000 in crypto.
I thought crypto was a scam until
I
cause
didn't
the
think it
coach
was
was like,
okay.
if
Not
if
just
you
crypto. I'm talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin specifically. I had $1,000 in Bitcoin, and it dropped down. I lost about four. It went back up like $200, and then I iced it. I iced it at that point. You know, I don't know what I expected with it or whatever. I actually literally was just trying to this is when I had a couple of dollars. I was trying to just buy it and throw it in the corner and not look at it. That was my objective, and come back to it a year later, or a couple months later, or something, and be like, "Oh,
hey,
okay." See, that
you know what I just thought of?
that
Coach
was my
told
thought
Coach told the
process.
YouTubers. Coach told the YouTubers that if y'all don't know how to trade and you going up in there and do crypto and you think you're just gonna buy it and then wake up one
Today,
morning and you're a million.
he said that today, man. What? Hey, wasn't he wrong with it today?
I think that was today. Yes, one of them days in
No,
the
that was
morning I
today.
heard
That
him
was this
saying that.
morning.
And
He
so
went wrong with it. He was like, "Oh no, you ain't gonna make shit." He basically
yeah,
wanted to say that. You ain't gonna...
he's like, you ain't gonna make shit. And so what made me start trading crypto, because in the beginning, I think we was talking about candle reading in the class, and Coach was like, "Yeah, Bitcoin for this time whenever the guy with the afro did what he had did, the FTX guy." And so they was like, on the weekends, crypto got the same movement, the same volume candles, the same candle reading. So if you just need a
Hey, Ralph.
live chart, you can do
Ralph,
that. Huh?
real quick. Sorry to interrupt. Dawn, you see the little toggle next to the graph on the left side?
See the little
The
toggle
little
where?
toggle. You see where I'm at on the top?
Yeah, I
This
gotta
is
get
Yeah.
my
one
magnifying
down.
glass for this.
One down the chart. Right there.
Oh, I
Right,
didn't
right.
even
Mm-hmm.
realize that.
A
See
little bit
this.
more down. Down. Right there. See that thing right there? There's a little toggle. No, one more up. One more up.
This one?
One more. That one right there. See the little toggle? Flip that toggle. You flip it to the right. Turn it on.
Mm,
Just click on it. Oh, there you go. Bam.
Is that Dogecoin right there? What
That's
is that?
Doji.
That's Bitcoin? It's Doge.
That's
Yeah.
Doji.
Okay. Look how he got his levels rolled out right there.
It
Did it
did,
work?
yeah.
It did.
My
You see that?
eyes are
Can you see
hurting.
that?
It is
Can you
so
Checks in the
bright.
mail, Don. Checks
but
in the
can you
mail.
but can you see what I'm saying?
All right.
You see this right here is probably like the last year of Dogecoin. So basically the strategy is if you place your limit orders at the bottom of that and then you place the profits at the top of that, eventually they're gonna hit. They're gonna hit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just gonna take time. And what I would do is wherever it's at right now, what I was doing, whatever price it was at, if I go to the whole number, I set the limit order for that, 10 doges. It drops lower to another one, 10 more doges. Soon as I put it in and then it buys it, I just go find the top number at the top of the range for the sale, and then I just leave it. And
That's
then
like
every
that's
time
a
it goes down,
that's a 3 to 4 cent trade right there. That's kind of like playing a
exactly.
penny stock.
Yeah, it's like paying. Yeah, exactly. There you go. And you only get the reason why you're getting 10 of them is because it's gonna take 10 to make the 1 cent. If it's like what is it right now? 60 something cent
Yeah,
for
it's
10 of
been
them.
hovering. It's been holding up at this level for like the last what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I would say
Right.
9 months.
And so I just buy the bottom and sell the top. I'm telling you, it works. I'm telling you, your Robinhood account is just be like, bling. You be like, what? It's sold off. As soon as it
I
sell
mean,
off,
the
you
only
just
the
go
only
back
thing
and
is you gotta
recycle.
wait for it to
Yep, you
come
just
back
gotta
up to
wait.
this level.
You gotta wait. That's
It's
it.
gonna
That's why.
take you at least a couple months.
Yeah, don't use more than like $10. Or you can just put it for the 1 penny or whatnot. It's by the top, sell the bottom. That's it,
Yeah.
and it'll work. And let me guess, your Robinhood account just sitting over there with probably about $3 in it right now.
You talking
Ain't
about
it?
me?
Yes.
My Robin, man, I got
Your
like
Robinhood account probably got about $3 in it right now, don't it?
about $1.07.
$1.07. Dogecoin
Because
right now is approaching where you can get 20 of them. You know what I'm saying? You can get
what?
you can start with the Dogecoin with that. That's why I just told you don't put no more than $10 in it. Like it's a
Hold on,
training
man.
exercise.
Hold on. Let me open up my
Dogecoin is only
Robinhood.
6.189 a coin. 0.0 is 6 cents
Logan.
for one.
Okay, hold on. Let me open up. And this
Right
running
now,
right
if you
now,
want to
right?
get, yes, it runs 24 to Christmas Day also. 24/7. It don't stop. Ever. And
Okay,
and
hold on.
I used to practice trading with Dogecoin because it was so inexpensive and it makes the same movements as a stock.
Spell it.
Of course I practice with it.
D-O Dogecoin.
DOGE.
I got it. Excuse me, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, hold on.
See, like right now, it got structure. You can see that because see how it climbed up high. Whenever it fell down, it only fell to the swing right here, and now it's starting to go back up. Like
Hold
right
on. How
now,
do I
if you
buy
was to
this? How
catch
do
it,
I
it's
buy
probably gonna
this?
win Robinhood.
A
Or
dollar. I got $1.56.
if you got $1.56, you can buy. I start out by buying 10. Keep it an even number, and
By
that's
who?
that. I keep an even number and just buy 10. I just buy 60 cent worth. What is it right now? I just seen the number. It's
I
60.
have no idea, man.
That's Bitcoin he got on right now. But Dogecoin is like 61. You could buy $1 worth of Bitcoin. Bitcoin just gonna take longer. Then again, Bitcoin, yeah, do the Dogecoin because Bitcoin, you get $1 worth of that. It's gonna take a lot. It's gonna have to move a lot for you to even clear the 1 cent. But
You
The
said
the
you.
the
61. See
the
how it's 60. See how it's 61.87. It's going in the downtrend right now.
y'all caught the
So
stream tip jars in the chat, right? I'm just saying,
it's 61. It's 61.7. But if it's going up right now,
He trying to buy crypto right now. Let him be. Let him be.
if it's going up right now, let me look at it. Let me look at it on my screen. It's probably not gonna go back up. That's probably not a liquidity grab. It's dropped off news, so it's probably gonna come halfway up to this bar and then
Hold
reverse
on,
and
man.
start going back
Robinhood is
down.
pissing me off because I don't use this account. I gotta get this code and 96092.
oh yeah, they're good for that.
Dude, I'm like, because I don't use this account, so I'm trying to make a purchase, and it's like, all right,
Let me
$1.55.
see. I'm gonna make the trade with you. I'm gonna do the coach. I'm gonna make the trade with you.
I don't even
There you
know if
go.
it just went through or not. What the hell?
If it's at 68, 61. All right, we're gonna do 61 cent.
Okay, something didn't go right. I didn't do it right. Doji, it didn't buy.
DOG. Well, slow down now. I ain't even figured out the level we buying at yet. I didn't. It's 60. We're gonna put the limit. The limit order has to be lower. Because if you do a market order, it don't work with market
Where do you?
orders.
I don't even. Oh, up here where you can change. Oh, it's market order. Oh, limit
No,
order.
no, do the limit order. And let me get my app up so I can walk you through it. It's been a while since I. You get the doji up, and then it should have a buy and a sell at the bottom. You hit buy, and at the top it says doji. Okay, but you put the 10 in, how many you want to do, At the top it says Doji. You come down and go to limit order. And then you find the price that you want, which is 61 even, 0.061.
Hold on.
You
Okay.
put that in,
0.061
0.061
for the price.
for 10 of them. Yeah, for 10 of them, it should be 61 cents. It's going to show you the estimated cost, 61 cents.
You say
And then you just swipe it up.
Oh, no,
No, you must have
that's
100 in there.
163 Doji.
No, you got too much Doji. I told you to get 10.
I don't.
For the amount of Doji you want to get is 10 of them. It should only cost you 61 cents for the limit order.
Amount. That's money.
Okay, if it's saying money, go to the left and you can change it to Dojis, buy in Dojis. Or go up to the top corner where it say Doji,
okay.
hit that, and then say change to buy in Dojis.
Got it. And you say buy 10.
And then put 10 Dojis. Yeah, buy 10 Dojis.
61 cents.
And yeah, and come down. No, well, not 61 cents. Put it in at 0.061. And you want to get 10 of them for 0.061, and the cost should be 61 cents.
I don't want to buy.
And then once you set that limit up,
I got $1 and 22 cents. I don't want to buy 20.
I mean, you could, or you can set a limit order for 60, just in case it goes lower. But you can buy all 20 for 61. If I had to buy 20 of them, I'd try to lower the cost by buying if it goes lower, you know. But you do what you want. Yeah, set one of them up for 61, set the other one up for 60. Just in case it drops lower, it'll catch it down.
Wait a minute. It's telling me
or if it rises,
not enough buying power. Why don't I have enough buying power?
You must have did something wrong.
You sure you don't owe them a couple dollars?
Oh, wow. Hold on. Cash earning interest is $1.56. I got a penny in there. What the hell?
Oh, I don't think you can buy any Dojis with a penny.
Okay. Why? Oh, wow. Ooh, Lord have mercy. I got 1 penny in my spending account, 1 penny in my it say $1.55 in my investment account. What the? Oh, wait a minute. Oh,
that means you got some. That means you got something still bought.
No, the Doji, it did buy. It's right here. I see it now.
Oh, it bought it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
You must have bought it at market then, because mine ain't bought yet. If you bought it market, they probably got you at a price of like 63. Like, they outrageous with the market on that. How much did you pay for the Doji? How much did you pay for it though? Because now you got to go set up the sale if you already have it.
Hold on,
you got to set the limit. You got to set the take profit if you got it.
Hold on, I got
that way
says
when
24,
it shoot up, you set
24.91, $1.53.
Okay, so you got 24 Dojis. That's good. Because at this point, it really don't matter what you're buying from. It's so far down. And so, what's the price that they sold them to you for? The 24.
Let me see. Let me go back. Go back. How the heck do you? I don't know. It's not. Where the heck do I see that?
How much you said it? How much you said it costed you? $1.53.
$1.53. I got it at the. What you told me,
0.61.
Yeah.
Couldn't have, because mine ain't triggered yet. I put in a limit order at 61. They would have bought mine.
I bought a market order.
Oh, you bought a market order. That's right. Okay, so let me see. Let me go up on mine and see if it. How you tell how much you paid for it. Let me see. I believe you have to go. All right, look, listen, you got to scroll down to your history, your Dogecoin history, and it'll tell you how much. The 153, you click on that, it should open it up, and it'll tell you.
You know, I'm on the desktop.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. I'm on the phone.
I'm on the here.
Nevertheless, the phone real quick. We know how much it is. Just do the sale for like 70 cents. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wait, so I'm putting in a sale right now.
Yeah, just click on the doges and say you want to sell 24 of 'em, a limit order for 70 cents. And whenever it comes to 70 cents, that 153 will turn into whatever
Sell in.
amount that is.
I'm selling
Yeah,
in Doji, right?
right. Sell the doges, 24 of them, and do a limit order. Make sure it's a limit order and not a market order, because you swipe up on the market order, it's just gonna sell them right now. That's not what you want.
24 and
Do a limit order.
0.70.
Click on the little doji up in the corner, and it's gonna give you a whole bunch of different order types. And you want to do a limit. It should have like a little arrow going up to a line.
Yeah, I got that. It's on limit now. I got it
Yeah.
on limit order now.
Yeah, that's the take profit.
Shoot, can I sell the whole 0.92, 24.91? Sell all that shit.
And then it's gonna ask you to set a price for what you want to sell it for, and you can make up your own price, but make it close, because you don't want to.
Oh, I don't want to make it
at least
$1.
around about 7. No, hell no. You'll be waiting right there with you'll be waiting like Bruno said. I can't. Bruno, like, unless it goes up to $1, don't post this
Nah,
no
if he
more.
does a
Or
limit,
something.
if he does a limit at $1, it's gonna give him the best price, or not the best
Oh
price.
yeah.
It's gonna give him whatever price they deem as market, kind of like market, not a market price. It's like just like when you slide it up on Weeble and you set a
Right.
limit.
Okay. Yeah.
It's gonna buy it.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Wait.
buy it at what they're selling it for, or what they're
No,
selling it.
he's setting a sale. Yeah, he's setting a sale. Let me see.
Even if he puts
Hey,
$1,
I got a question, y'all. Why does
Yeah.
it say? Why do I look over here on my phone and oh, okay, all right.
It should say set a price.
No, I'm yeah. I got 70 cents in there. You said 70.
Right.
Right. So review order, place order, submit sale.
And that order should stay there until it hits the 70, and then it'll sell it off. Or if it shoot up to like $1 or something, then you'll still get the $1, but they're gonna hurry up and sell you off at 70. Watch. And I did that for the longest. Like I had them lined up for like each time Dogecoin break a new level and sell off, and that sucker be up and down, up and down.
Okay, see now, let's see. I'm one of those individuals. I have to actually have to put my hands on it, and I listened to everything you said. Listened to everything you said. I was even trying to, shush Logan a little bit. You know what I'm saying, so I could hear, right? But in doing what in going through the process, now I understand everything you're saying now.
Right, yeah.
I'm serious. Literally,
so
I'm listening to you.
How much the estimated cost of the sale is gonna be? If you bought it for 153, it should be like one. Well, you didn't get 10 of them, so I don't know how many you got. 24.
24.91.
So how much is the sale? They should have told you the estimated amount of the sale on there. You didn't look at it.
Oh no, no.
Well, whenever Dogecoin come back to 70, it's gonna sell it off. I think the order may cancel if it go longer than 90 days. But then again, it might not. I don't know how crypto works. I know that's how stocks work. Mine's always trigger before 90 days, or I end up canceling.
Okay, I appreciate
it. But
that.
I got it now though. I'll track it. I traded it with you, but mine's just ain't bought yet because I went for a lower price. I went to 61. Dogecoin got to continue to fall, which we expected to do.
Well, hey, you know what?
I don't know though.
You know what? Let me tell you something.
This thing doing a dead cat bounce. What they call it? A dead cat bounce. It looks like it's doing a dead cat bounce.
What is that?
Like whenever the stock drop down real fast and then it get back in the range, because but I don't believe that. It's been going down for days, just like the rest of the market. It's just gonna get right back in line with everything else and continue to fall. Everything is gonna continue to fall until SPY get his act together. SPY pretty much rules the market except for Apple. Apple has his own mind.
You know what? That is exactly what Coach said. That's what Coach said.
His own mind.
He says
everything
Apple
else gets in line and follows SPY. For real. You can take that to the bank.
And
Q's too.
I'm learning. Well, I thank you. I appreciate you. The 5-year-old over here on the floor that expects for me to keep food in the refrigerator and the lights on. He thanks you too.
And
All
I
right.
thank
Well, I'm
all of
gonna
you
let you.
for the tip jar.
Hey, listen. Whenever our Doja coin sell off, we'll give you a Doji, okay?
Hey,
Nah,
Don,
I don't want no doji. No
hey
damn
Don,
doji.
I got you. Shoot.
We'll give you a Doja coin, okay? I didn't think Doja coin was gonna survive. You know, whenever they was getting rid
I
of
can't
all the
believe it's still in existence.
altcoins.
I thought it was
For
going
real, I
out.
didn't think. Hey, and whenever Dogecoin survived, whenever they chopped all the rest of them off, and somebody be like, Dogecoin, it ain't hitting us. I'd be like, you better watch your goddamn mouth. Dogecoin is the OG, okay? Open up anything.
You find out you
Open up
get
any
your
chart.
feelings hurt about Dogecoin.
Dogecoin is the OG, for real. It's been around through all these bad crypto markets, and it's still around today. And if you open up crypto bubbles or anything, Dogecoin will be within the top 20. Am I lying?
No, it's still around.
Hey, my ex-wife was talking about this. I didn't give Doji a second thought.
I don't either,
Literally.
but I'm gonna tell you the reason why Dogecoin got the weight that it have.
I know
Because
exactly where I was, what time of night it was, and yeah, when I bought it. So
I'm gonna tell you the reason why I got weight though. When somebody learn about crypto, this is how it usually happens. One of their partners or family members made money off Bitcoin. They say, I want to buy some. And they open up the chart and they see Bitcoin is at 2630, whatever it is at the time. Then they see Ethereum. They know that's the best ones. And then they scroll down that list and they see Dogecoin sitting there at 6 cents or 9 cents or whatever Dogecoin is at the time. And they be like, well, I'm going to get some of that too. Because, uninformed people, hey, don't take this the wrong way, but they know the price of everything but the value of nothing. That's true.
Miranda, what
That's
happened
pretty
to
deep.
your audio? Thought Miranda was going to join us.
I know him and Arlo have been down there kicking the idea around for a while. That needs to go on a
speaking
t-shirt,
of
Ralph.
Arlo,
You heard me?
Oh, go ahead.
That needs to go on a t-shirt. I like that.
What's that?
What did you just say? Repeat that.
That quote, the price of everything, the value of nothing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they say that about
Good
poor
stuff.
people. Poor people know the value of poor people know the price of everything, but they don't know the value of nothing.
Shit.
So they'll go in the store and just get something because they got the cheapest price. But here goes something that's gonna last. That's a little bit more, and they'll pass up the good thing because they see something cheaper. They don't know the value of it.
Well,
So that's the reason why. And then on top of that, Dogecoin is a meme coin. Meme stuff
I
happens.
bought a 63. It's at 52.
That's why I told you to put the 60. We already was in the agreement that it was falling, right?
Oh yeah, I ain't tripping. No, I'm just saying it has. You know what? I ran over the Moo Moo don't carry it.
A lot of them stopped carrying it because of the what they call that SEC was coming down on them or whatever. Whenever the SEC. I mean, crypto.
And that was one of the things I think Coach has said that he's like about Bitcoin. He was saying Bitcoin has survived everything that was through at it.
Oh, Bitcoin here to stay. Whenever the day that Bitcoin made it to the futures market, I said it's here to stay. It's here to stay. Bitcoin is the only futures that don't have a delivery on expiration day. Like, the contracts that they trade in futures, like after those contracts expire or whatever, they got to get the delivery or whatever. Bitcoin is the only thing that they cannot deliver, but they got a spot on the futures thing,
The only problem now is the big institutions are getting involved with it.
Exactly.
And
yes, that's what I was
and
going to
now
say next.
one company or one person that's holding a big old whale, they could drive the price down just by selling a ton of it. So That was the
That's
whole
why
thing we were trying to avoid is when these big corporations started getting involved in it, then it started to taint it a little bit. It's still there. It'll still survive, but
I'm gonna tell you the whole reason behind why I have
Yeah, do this.
Bitcoin on my Robinhood right now. And let me look it up. I got about maybe $40 in my Robinhood. The reason why I have it there is because whenever I was trading it
No,
on
try
weekends,
it again.
it was there,
I
right?
know, but
And
this is how you learn how to go.
instead of just putting a stop loss on it, I got
This is
$32 worth.
backflip.
I got $32 worth. So whenever I run out of cash and I see something that I can't
Right, go ahead.
pass up, like say if Apple is having a hell of a day and they got a cheap contract, I know I
yeah,
can just sell that Bitcoin right then and there and have, it don't have a settlement. Like
yeah.
soon as you
Hey,
sell
look.
crypto on Robinhood, it
You
becomes
got this
available
when you backflip, look,
to
you gotta be
spend
like
right
this.
then and
Look.
there. You
You
don't have to
learn it.
wait
Look.
a day
You
or
just
two
Relax.
days.
Just
careful,
learn how to just
So
flip on
I
your
just keep
stomach.
it in
You know
there
what I'm saying?
Sean.
for
Sean
whenever I
over
need
here
to buy
Learn how to
playing
something.
flip on your stomach. Learn how to turn
playing
your
with kids.
body.
Yep, I'm getting
Bend your
tired
knees
too.
like you jumping, like you about to jump.
Um,
Like jump.
yeah, you got to be
Come on,
careful
Logan.
on certain
Jump. Come on.
certain
Logan.
institutions.
Come on.
They
All right,
they
jump. You gotta do
they're
it like you
messing with
want
the
to.
price,
One,
They
two,
are. They
three.
they
so
really
Jump.
are.
you might end
The
up overpaying for something that's lower value.
uh-huh.
So you
I
just
haven't
gotta.
bought any in a
Practice.
long time. The ones that I got now is probably
You gotta
I know
flip
it's
in
well
the
in the
air.
hole
You
now.
gotta turn.
But
But
that site that I just had up, it
uh-huh.
tells you who's selling it at what price, or who's buying. You know, obviously selling it. If you're buying it, they'll tell you the price right then and there. But I would avoid buying crypto off of like Cash Apps and
Yeah, I
Venmo,
heard that. I know the only crypto I ever bought was through Robinhood. I think I bought some through Weeble one time, but I
and
didn't like what
even
they
Robinhood.
charged me.
Even Robinhood's prices are a little wonky.
They high.
So
Yeah,
Cash
they
App,
high.
Venmo, PayPal, I would avoid, and I would get it
I
directly
heard
to.
Coinbase is extremely high too, but I
Yeah,
I don't know. If I was a crypto trader, I'd definitely find
I
a
haven't
crypto
messed with
broker.
Coinbase in a while, but what was I say? Transaction fees were super reasonable. Like
They were?
it wasn't anything crazy. So
Okay.
I moved some money out. This is a while ago. Obviously, that money's evaporated because obviously my living expenses and school and everything like that. I paid off all of my stuff before coming out here, and then
Hmm.
obviously we're driving. I'm driving up more bills as I sit here, not working. But before I came here, I said I don't want any debt. I don't want nothing. I paid off everything with crypto,
That's what's
and
up.
when I transferred it out of Coinbase, I'll be honest with you, I thought it was gonna be like it was gonna take me like forever to get it out, and I hit one button and that thing was in my account within like 24 to 48 hours.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
I built up my trading account. At
but the
first I
minute
was
but the minute Coinbase released something saying that just by the way, we if we go bankrupt, we're gonna seize all your crypto. I was like, nah, bro. I immediately I moved
it's
everything
a
out.
lot of risk behind crypto ain't it? They have somebody always do something to make the market fall. That's the reason why I feel like I always tell people who like say once they found out I'm trading, they be like, well, what you think about crypto? Is it risky? I be like, first of all, I want to say crypto is real because I thought it was a scam. But
Yeah.
crypto is not a scam. And if you want to invest in crypto, it's better for you to invest in like a Mara or Riot. That way you got some type of
Yeah.
protection. And then on top of that, Mara and Riot and Coin, all those are protected by the SEC. Plus, they doing better numbers than crypto. If you ask me, like the numbers that Mara put up this year has what Bitcoin did. What probably about 50% this year. Mara than what Mara was $4. Now what is it? Mara then shot up like
I gotta look.
I know it went way past Bitcoin. It seems like the miners are doing better than the damn, and then so they can't. They
I
have to
gotta
have the miners. Hey, it's another miner that I put out there a lot in the chat, and I never mentioned it. It's Hut 8. They move just like Mara. They're only $3. Well,
yeah.
since Bitcoin done dropped, they probably like two something now, but like $2.
I've had a couple of friends, they they didn't want to get in with me and I was just like, it's not gonna be a whole lot of money, guys. Like you guys spend this on alcohol
Right.
probably in a day, what you spend at the bars drinking beer. It's like, just throw a couple $100 into this with me.
Yep.
Nah, that's a Ponzi scheme. I don't want to. I don't want to have anything to do with it, and you're gonna get scammed. Blah 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 blah. So I was like, all right. To this day, I haven't invested any more money into it. Not because I don't believe in it, but because obviously things are tight. But
Hmm.
I did what I did that night. I know exactly where I was. I was in Tampa, Florida. It was over the summer, right before Doge exploded. It was like 0.000 something crazy. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna throw $150 at it. And I was sitting at a bar with a friend of mine. I was on Coinbase. I literally sat there. He ordered a drink. I said, dude, just it's $100. I don't want to do it. He's like, bro, it's $100. I was like, I don't trust it. I was like, all right, fine, don't do it. And then what was it, like a year later? He was like, I don't believe you. I said, bro, I'm gonna send you a screenshot of my bank account and you're gonna see the deposits in there from Coinbase. Oh, you must have bought it. I said, bro, I'm gonna show you the transaction of that night. We were at the bar sitting there. I know he was kicking himself. He was so mad. And then his sister did one, and she dumped like maybe $100 or something, $200 into this one called Gala.
I remember
G,
Gala. Yeah.
yeah,
Well.
Gala
Yep.
exploded, and she made like 25 to 30,000 off of it.
My sister came over here. She was like, I was thinking about doing a Coinbase, and I was going to call you. And I told her the story that I always tell people what Coach had said. Like, whenever I first got in the group, I remember it was like around, I started in November, so it had to be like around December or January, maybe.
Yeah,
Anyway, Coach was like, yeah, crypto just down right now because of the FTX things. But he was like, I'm telling you, I used to trade crypto. He was like, Bitcoin is here to stay. If you have thousands of dollars sitting there, you can just take this and buy one Bitcoin. At the time, it was like 16, maybe 18,000. And he was like, I guarantee you by this time next year, it'll be at least 26,000, 25,000, and that'll be the easiest 10,000 that you ever made. And
yeah,
it's done touched 30 already. It's touched
yeah.
30 already. It haven't even been a year. Like it was 30,000
It
not too
reached it
long ago.
reached it reached like 63,000 at one point.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
So
what? So I don't know.
yeah.
It's a roller coaster. I
And
mean,
Brad James said Elon sold a bunch of Bitcoin 300. Yeah, we talked about it. I think you weren't here probably. That's how we got into the crypto conversation. I
yeah,
announced it. I saw it
it
on the
was
news.
dropping, and I got excited because I
Yeah,
like
and I,
when Bitcoin dropped.
yeah. I pulled it up. I pulled it up, and we looked at Doge as well, Brad. So
What's up,
uh,
Brad? Welcome, baby.
yeah, we
Anytime Bitcoin dropped, that's an opportunity.
coach made us experts at sniffing out the news. Now we see something, we
Yes,
call it out. We see it. I mean, obviously that's hurting my wallet right now because when Bitcoin tanks, it brings everything else with it that I'm in.
it do, it do. Yeah, that's the
Hurts
only thing. At
hurts
first,
my
I couldn't
soul.
understand that.
I could have had easily 100,000 in the bank. Well, I would say with these expenses that I've been having, I'd say probably 90,000. I could have had it right before the war, right before the
You mean
right
all them
before.
diamond rings you've been buying?
No, ain't no diamond rings. I just got the final price of what it's gonna be. I was like, oh my god,
What is it?
it's close to like 10 G's.
Oh, that's better than 120.
Don,
You ain't
don't
lying.
encourage that kind of behavior. I'm gonna see if he could talk him down to 8,000.
He's not even happy with the 10.
No, I mean it's a good size, but
And when they coming around, then you say you got like one time to get it. And if he
yeah,
can't
yeah.
sell it out,
He convinced the guy to hold it, hold the stone for next week. I'm not gonna go home this weekend. I'll go home next weekend. And then
yeah.
he as I was out flying today, I was literally waiting to take off. I was right outside the runway, ready to line up and take off. And he sent me a text. They told me to hold short before I took off, and I was like, all right, I'm waiting for somebody to land or take off, whatever. So I looked at my phone, and I was like, oh damn, that's how much. That's just how much the band cost. I was like, all right, I guess we're gonna have to talk. So I gave him the green light. So I can't. There's no backing out now.
Cool.
I'm gonna see if he's got something for like 5,000.
You heard my silence this morning, right?
What is it?
That's your fault. You heard my silence this morning,
I
right?
did. I did. I immediately. I
You
knew it.
knew what I was doing, right?
I knew. I knew it. Dawn.
I didn't
If it,
say shit. Even when he tried to bait me with the hip hop
Man,
comment.
Dawn, if I don't have a pulse on what's going on when I'm here, like I could sense it, and yeah, it
I'm
was.
like,
I
I
listen.
know he knows this is because of our conversation. I'm not. I didn't. I'm purposely. I'm like, I know, because by then I would have at least made one little snippet, especially when he like kind of
Yeah,
fished for me to
yeah.
say something. And I'm like, I know Bruno knows why I'm not saying nothing.
No, I knew right away. I was gonna send you a direct message, and I was gonna be like, hey, but then I didn't want you to feel like I was not picking on you, but like kind of like making fun of the situation. I was gonna be like, hey, I'm proud of you, not saying anything. But then I'm like,
Right?
nah, she's gonna get upset at me, so I'm gonna go ahead and not. I'm gonna
Nah,
go ahead and
nah.
not
what
say
did
I'm
I
proud
say?
of you.
What did I say? Dawn, whenever Lee was like,
Look.
okay,
He was trying to talk me down because he thought I was over there fuming about Lee. I'm like, I'm not Lee. I'm not worried about Lee. Is just trying to keep the peace and keep shit. He was
because
like, "Be
Lee
cool,
was
Dawn.
like,
Be cool." I'm like, I'm not even mad, dude. I'm
because
chilling.
when all right, Bruno, you wasn't there today, and so Coach was like, "Who's taking over?" And Lee,
I didn't hear any
and
of the
then Lee,
conversation early morning about whatever Lee said, so I didn't come in till like 7:45. So Lee said something about the conversation we had in early.
Lee,
I don't
no, Lee said before the people who leave, whenever Coach leave, I want to talk to them for a minute, and that's when I hurry up and grab the phone and was like, Don, you need to just sit there and don't say nothing because I know Lee was about the whole we
Oh,
talking too much and all this.
this was before or after?
This is after you left.
Like
This is in
after Coach
yeah,
left?
yeah. This is right after Coach left. Right after
Yeah,
Coach.
because he just wanted to put everybody on the same page.
Yeah,
It's really coming down to just like the pre-market stuff. So, but
right.
listen, we listen. I want to say it. Uh, I mean, I don't ever want to turn into like the police officer, right? But
Right.
I'm not saying this is like everybody just do whatever they want. But what I'm saying is like I'm not gonna chase it no more. Because what happens is like coach loves the interaction, and I know that.
He
Yeah,
really does.
he
But
But
really
you're
do.
right.
he
He
felt the
does get
disconnect.
sidetracked.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
felt the disconnect today, and
yeah.
I
Because he
sensed
be
it.
like, "Am
And it
I the
was
only one in the
uncomfortable,
room?"
dude. It was
Yeah,
really
Yeah,
uncomfortable not to interact with him at
no,
all,
no,
you
no.
know?
Listen, if he like, but I've said it before. If he calls on you, if he calls you out and says, hey Arlo, hey coach, whatever, or Dawn, where are you at? You in this, whatever.
Well, yeah,
Then
you're not gonna leave a dead silence,
you're
but
not
there
gonna
were
leave it dead.
little
But
things
like,
he said, like the whole hip hop thing. It's like where my people at. I'm like, oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna
yeah,
say nothing no,
It's tough. It's
because we'll
tough.
get on a tangent.
You're trying to find, you're trying to help out the group and you're trying to do what's right. But then he wants that. But then it's like, but then I've had
At the
times where
end of
he's
the
just
day,
like,
it's his thing though.
it's his thing. So I
yeah.
told him, told him, I didn't tell him. I told Lee, I was just like, we're just gonna like, just play it day by day, and
Because
hopefully
you
it
know
doesn't
what's
get.
happening. You see what's happening. Eventually, he's gonna be like, yeah, fuck all that, because he's like, nah, you're all right, you're all right. It's. Eventually, coach is gonna be like, okay, what the hell is going on? Why is he did say that today?
He
Why
did,
is
he did,
nobody
he
Yeah,
did
talking
say
to
that. I
me?
was like, it's so it's
right.
quiet in here, and then somebody's like, we're just being on our best behavior. He's like, nah, you're good.
I think it
Um,
was TJ said that.
Yeah,
Somebody said
TJ
that.
did say it. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
But listen, at the end of the day, I mean, I love the man to death. You know that, and
Yeah.
it's his business, his show. He does whatever he wants to do, and I'll support whatever he wants. But
Yep.
yeah,
then when it gets crazy in there, or it gets rowdy, or mics don't get muted, or something's happening, you know what I mean?
Yep.
We can't be on two sides of, or what's this expression?
Both sides of the fence.
Both sides of the
Yeah, we
fence.
can't be on both sides of the fence. As like, if you want to control it, it is what it is. I'm not going to say no, coach. We got to do it this way. It's his show, it's his program, it's his business. But if he gets
Right.
frustrated, I hope he doesn't get frustrated if people just say, "Oh, coach said it was okay. Let me just go," and then we're never going to get, we'll never get
Yeah.
our stuff out in a timely fashion. Listen, it is what it is. I guess I'm just going to have to listen to the people that are going to be freaking out about the pre-market not being there when it needs to be there. Listen, I'm not. It is what it is. I ain't
Yeah.
mad.
Even
I
without
ain't
the
mad. I
director,
ain't
he
sad. I
still
ain't
ran
nothing.
late. He
Yeah,
still
yeah.
ran late.
No,
So
he did, and I saw that. I was like, man, not even this. And I'm like, all
Uh,
right, well, it is what it
Another
is.
thing that slows coach down in the morning is and I know it's no way to control it, is the damn trolls and the ones who are like, how
Yeah,
much
yeah,
is
he'll
in your
get pissed
account?
and get off on a
Somebody saying
tangent
something
yelling at
like,
them.
oh my
yeah, yeah,
God,
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
takes up more time than a little bit. Like, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and when he's teaching, he's doing his thing. He loves to teach, and
Hmm.
like I'm not one to say. I said it. I said it really quiet. I was like 45, coach, and then we just continue teaching. Not a big deal. I don't take offense to it. I don't get upset. It is what it is. I did my
Yeah.
part.
Yep. That's all you
He
can do.
he tells me to interrupt him or tell him. I tell him, and then that's
Yeah.
it. And then
Yep. He
I
can
only
mask
I
it
can
because
only control
sometimes,
what I can control. You know what I mean?
yep, he's tired
Yeah.
of the people getting the free shit anyway. So he's not pressed about being exactly on time to go live anyway.
That was in the recap, Don. So I sent him. Somebody suggested it. It's like, yeah, cut that off like sooner. And then the
Yeah.
people, because you know damn well, and I guess I could say it now. I mean, that those people that are on there that are just watching the stream for free, they're
Yeah.
listening. They're getting the pre-market. Let's be real. They're getting it.
Hmm.
Yep.
They're getting the numbers. They're writing it down.
Yep.
And that's one thing that I would say, like, if we're doing it for them every day, or if we run late every day, they're benefiting from that. And if coach was on right now listening to the stream, I hope you would hear me. Um, they're getting the
He might
pre-market,
be.
they're getting the numbers,
Yeah.
they're getting the call outs, they're technically getting not all the hot stocks, but if we say it, hot stock pick for the upside, they got the hot stock. So it's like
Yeah.
they're reaping a lot of benefits and not even signing up. And then if memberships are not there where they need to be, you know what I mean? So like
Right.
I guess he might have read that part where I said that somebody suggested like we should just cut it off, whatever, like early, because we got other people
Yeah.
that they go on for an hour and then they shut it down. They're like, all right, you want to join? Come on over. You know what I mean? This is what we're
Yeah.
doing. Give them
Right.
a little bit of excitement, give them a little taste, and then be like, I'm out.
You're right. Most
Him
people
giving out
do.
a pre-market setup is how I got in the group. It helped me pay for my first monthly.
Yeah,
So, and at least I did the right thing. I'm like, okay, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna go ahead and join this group. I just made $200 with
yeah,
his
yeah, yeah.
information.
But not everybody thinks like
You
that,
know?
Don. Not everybody thinks like that. They're gonna be
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm gonna milk the hell out of this. I got no
right.
overhead. I got no bill, no monthly, no yearly, no whatever. I'm not gonna pay. And I'm gonna. There's people on there. I see them every day. I
I
scroll
know
through the
there's
list.
people on there because I used to be one of those type of people because I didn't realize the value of what a group would bring. Like, I didn't know anything about trading, but if you would have told me before to join a group to learn to trade, I would have been like, I can learn everything off of YouTube. That's the way that I used to think. That was my mentality. You know,
Listen,
uh,
I know I see the same people in there because I go in and I'm looking for the fake coaches and the fake American Dream trading accounts. So I'm scrolling through the list of people and I see the same names most of the time. I see the same names every day, and it's not. And I'm not talking about people that are members that are in there supporting the TikTok feed to bring people like to generate the algorithm. I'm
yeah,
talking about like names that I see that you don't come across those names on the Discord, so they're taking advantage of it. So
yeah, they are. They do have people, but like in the beginning, the way I found coach, well, I found coach and I liked it looking at it. And then I had like an appointment one day. Like I was in a real bad place as far as depression and everything. So I started, well, all vets go to the psychiatrist and they was trying to send me to a group. They was like, you need to find a group and everything. And I was like real depressed and I ain't gonna lie, I just pulled it out. I'm trying to get through the meet. He like, all right, we're gonna sign you up or something if you can't find nothing that you like. And coach was like right there. And then the doctor started going. I think it was the doctor looked at it, and after that they take you to like a therapist that checks with you every day. And the therapist was like, "Well, this dude is on all day, so this is something that you can do." And the first day I came home, and I just put it to the side. And then the therapist, they like check up on you every day because I wasn't on no type of suicide watch or anything, but they just checking in to see if you doing something. And like, did you do it today? And I remember one day, I think Coach had to take his wife to surgery and he missed it that day. That was like the first day that I was like, damn, he didn't come on YouTube that day. Then I went on ahead and made the discard or whatever. And after that, now I'm into doing what it is. And I ain't gonna lie, they gave me these nootropic pills that make you focus. And so it became a routine for a while. And then Veterans Day came around, and that's whenever I got into the group. But before that, I used to be like, man, I learned everything from YouTube University. Now, if the tables are turned, if I have to do anything, if they got a professional out there, I'm giving up the money. You can save so much by having somebody that know what they're doing teach you versus trying to go out there and get it free from YouTube or trying to milk the system.
Yeah.
This group changed the way I look at everything. you know,
Yeah. I
like
was
for real.
I'm trying to remember, where was I? I was November, Black Friday. I remember because it was the last day of the sale. It was $550 for a lifetime. I've been watching them since August, listening for the call outs myself. So that's how I know, that's how I
Yeah,
know people. That's what they're doing.
yeah, that's
But
what I
then I
was
said,
doing.
let me just keep listening, and then let me get a feel for it. I don't want this to be a skim scam, flim flam, tick toddler, whatever. Obviously, he's not a toddler, but I wanted to make sure that this was legit. So I just waited. I kept hearing the same people over and over because I do my due diligence when it comes to things like this because there's a lot of dishonesty in this world. And I just waited, and then I went into the Discord, and I think I go in? No, when I paid for the membership, no, I was in there as a free member, and
Yeah,
then I waited, and then all of a sudden the Black Friday sale. I think Black Friday was the last day, and I was like, the price is gonna go up after today. I think it was like right before midnight. I was like, boop. I put it on my credit card. I was like, I'll just pay this off, and I'm like, not a big deal. And then within the first week, I made the membership back like that. So I
in
was
the
like,
beginning, we didn't have that many members. Like I can remember whenever coming into the Zoom, and then we'd be happy that you got like 200 people in the Zoom.
yeah, I'm trying to remember the names. I'm trying to remember that Mitch was definitely one of them.
Yeah,
Nana was there. Nune was there. Nune was there. Yeah, Nune was there. Who was the
Puny,
other one? The other one that
Miss Puny was there.
Puny was
Yep,
there. Brady was there.
Brady was there.
Jimmy was there. Let's see who else. I don't recall Lolo being there. This was
I
like
remember when Lolo came after us.
Chris G, I think, was there.
Chris G.
Yeah, I
I
think
wasn't there, but I remember hearing his
Dawn
voice
came
on some
like
of the
right after.
recordings.
I think
Yeah,
Dawn
Dawn
came.
definitely came afterwards. I don't remember
Yeah.
Dawn being there.
I was in January,
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I remember.
early January.
DT.
Miranda was on YouTube. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember seeing her face in the Discord a lot. So
I remember when Eric came.
yeah, Eric I think was there because
At
Eric.
first, I at first I didn't. I was like I didn't never want to. I didn't say anything. I don't talk during the day now, but at first I used to didn't want to talk about anything because I was like, man, I'm sitting over here broke. Everybody in the group, because I mean, let's just be real. If you paying that much per month, you in there with some money and you serious about trading, And I was like, and they be like, well, what you did today? I'm like, I'm on paper, And then it became a time in the beginning when the group wasn't about making money. I came just for the support of. I just like being there. Like I got, you know, it
Yeah,
was. I just like being there because after saving up some money, putting it in the market, and get my face ripped off, I was like, oh no, I was like, that's I can't keep doing this here. But
I must have quit it like at least 6 times in my mind.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
And
lie, because I started out like a firecracker, and it fizzled out, and then I was like, "Oh, look, it's me falling down," and I'm still behind, but it's been really good the last couple of weeks, so I'm on track.
It's
after
almost worse when you start out like that, isn't it?
Yeah,
after
well, I
you
mean,
learn,
I was doing really well, and then broke the rules, wasn't setting stops. Then I went to setting stops, and I was still getting stopped out. I was getting frustrated as hell. I've had plenty of conversations with Mitch, um, and then I broke down and I told the group, I was like, listen,
I
there's no
remember
way that
that
I'm going to
day.
be here helping out if I can't successfully trade. It just doesn't.
I remember you
It
saying
I
that.
doesn't
remember
make
that.
any sense, and I'm going to feel less of a leader, I guess you would say. Not a leader, but because I don't want to ever think of myself as a leader, but like I can't help the
Well, you
community if
are.
I'm not successful. And then I started listening, and then I remember David started talking about his success, and I'm like, man, David's more of a leader than I am. So I was like I felt like the little guy on the totem pole. So when I was like, when coach started saying, "Oh, we're gonna pay this guy," and I'm like, I felt like crap. Like I was like, oh man, like now I really got to step up my game because now I'm almost, no, I don't want to say obligated, but I'm here all the time because of that. And now I really need to make sure that I'm saying the right stuff or learning when I can learn, because a lot of times there's things I'm not going to know, and that's just me being honest. Like there's things that I can't speak to because I've never done them, and
Dude, Mitch couldn't speak to cover calls for the longest time. Pastor would always chime
yeah.
in. So
But
yeah,
Hey,
that
now,
would
but
work.
now I don't have that. I don't have a Mitch. I don't have a pastor, and I think Mark's on like vacation or whatever he is, or he's out. Um, so it's like the guys that do them, that are successful at doing them, like you kind of have to rely on those guys to explain it. Because I mean, one day I'll learn it, but I got way too much on my plate right now.
it's really confusing. The
Yeah,
the cover
no, it
calls
is for
is really
sure. It is.
Hey,
So,
Pastor helped out a lot with the trading psychology. I miss Pastor, like, cause for real, trading will play with your mind. Like this job or profession that I know of that you got to get used to losing, and then you can't talk about your losses to like regular people because if you be like, yeah, man, I lost 300
I
bucks
can I
today
can
or
definitely
something.
talk about my losses when I have them. I'll definitely share them. But actually, you know what? Why don't we do this? Why don't we review? I want to show y'all my mentality this morning, and I'm going to show you. And this is specifically for Arlo, because I know.
I'm glad you
Because I,
said that.
no, because I know she had said something about she's sweating. The candles are freaking her out. I think that's what she had said before. I'm going to show you something, and I'm going to tell you exactly how much I was in, and I'm going to tell you exactly how much I was down. And my finger was on the mouse, like, maybe I should just exit out of this one, or my stop was way too big, and I was like, I can lose half of this. I'm fine. The Cisco brought me up. I was good. That was this morning. Cisco was a nice payout. It was I think 500 bucks. Um, and that normally I say percentages, but I have to look at percentages because I think of total account, because that's where we need to be. And 6% is humongous on the account that I have.
It is,
Um,
and that's what the professionals look at, percentages.
yeah. So it's not that I want to hide my dollar amount, but I'm going to tell you, let me do this real quick. Where's my trading view? Don, you're going to have to flip the tab.
You need to share the screen again.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
going to
I
do
want to
this.
say this coach was on Arlo today again. Like I had to leave after I had the coach playing on the television in the living room, and I think I had left to go get my dad some breakfast, and I heard him talking the crypto stuff or whatever I think it was this morning, and when I come back through my dad's stuff to bring it to his room, I can hear him in there talking to Arlo, like I can hear him on Arlo again. I said, Coach is not gonna rest until Arlo get it, and that's good though. That is good.
But I want Arlo to hear this because I went in a couple thousand, right? um, one pull, one candle yank, or I should say, also I should tell you, two candle yanks was $500 down.
Yes.
Wiped away
Amazing.
my profits. Like, I didn't sell it, but I want you to see this because my mentality was,
I'm getting pretty good at that.
yeah,
Digital thank you cards in the chat.
my mentality of this was below VWAP.
Y'all think I'm joking? I'm broke.
No, I'm broke.
Everybody's broke.
I had got my account up to a nice amount, and then
So I knew I
had to
kind of
put
had an
some
idea,
back.
like, okay, so the market's been trending downward like the whole week, right? So I had a sense of it. I had a feeling of it. Coach is calling out, everything's tanking, this is tanking, that's tanking. And I said, there's no way this thing's going to rebound. But then again, there's no way it's going to come up and come all the way back up to this top, right? So I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I'm going in on a put. And if you notice, right at the opening bell, the flag initiated a short right down here. So I said to myself, I'm going to go in. I'm going to go in on a put. I'm going to go in heavy as hell. But then at the same token, I can't babysit this. I got to go to school. And I was like, God help me. I have to be out of here by 10. So then when it came to like I was still calm as a cucumber, but I was
You put
screaming.
8%, right? You put
Yeah,
8% on the account.
yeah, it was 8%.
Okay, all right.
I want to say screaming is obviously that's not calm, but like I was
This
screaming
looked
because
like
I
a
needed,
good trade.
yeah, I needed to get the hell out of here. I couldn't babysit this all day. So when I sat here and I saw this thing starting to fade, and I always talk about this, I started to see this fade. I'm like, oh, here we go. I got in right around this candle right here. And I said, this one, I didn't see, I saw the momentum. It started stair stepping. I could have got in sooner. I saw a break below VWAP. I was like, you know what? I saw this candle and I said, this thing didn't even come up above VWAP. I said, this is it.
Right.
This is it for me. Like, I'm going in. And I went in heavy. And I said to myself, all right, now you're in. So then I waited. This candle and this one absolutely destroyed my profit that I was already up. And I could have immediately got out. And you notice the lines here? These lines are drawn. I'm telling you that these lines are drawn not as the market is progressing, but the day before.
Right.
They were already
They're
there.
already there. So I said to myself, okay, I needed to break and hold this line, and then possibly I'll exit out. It didn't. And I said, okay, now what, Bruno? And then I started seeing, I was like, this is starting to shrink. This little guy flipped from white and then to green. And then I said, oh man, here we go. And this is where I said to Arlo, like, I had confidence that this was to the downside. The ban obviously was the EWO cloud, or the cloud EMA cloud was still there. Obviously, it wasn't shrinking, but then the VWAP is what did it for me. So I said, if this thing breaks and holds above this, now I'm waiting for, if this was like another candle, then yeah, another candle above VWAP, then this really would have scared the shit out of me. But then I saw this
when
one.
You
right
saw
there.
That rejection. That was it.
That was the
You
rejection.
knew it was gonna fall.
I said it's gonna fall. It's not. It's not hanging out here. And
wow,
right here, I said back in the profit was right about this, because I was staring at this thing. I was quiet as shit. I was staring at this thing. Once it reached like around here, my profits all were coming back, because these big candles, it ramped up the
gamma.
The gamma.
The gamma.
So it ramped it up, and now when you have these massive pulls, you're going to have a big spike in your or your gamma, and your option contract's going to be worth more. The minute it broke this line, I said, you know what? I'm going to see how much more it's got, and I waited. And on this one right here, I exit out, and I said, I got no time to sit here and babysit this. But if you noticed, for the rest of the day, it played this game of up and down, up and down, up and down, and it just continued to fall, and it came down. Now, Would
But
this have given you the
that
same amount of money if you sat in
that's
it?
what I was just about to say.
Yeah,
That one pull probably paid more than all of
correct,
this. That's
correct.
what confuses me the most about
Yeah,
options. Like that one pull pays more than waiting the whole day.
and people need to know that unless this has a steady decline all the way down, it can't hang out on this channel. So
Right.
for me, I probably could have waited a little bit more, but these 3 candles would have chipped away at those profits, and then maybe I would have got a little bit more. Maybe I would have got a tiny bit more total overall profit. But I didn't have time to sit here and play with this because I had to go. I had to get ready, take a shower, go to school. But this was the right play for me because of a time constraint, and I'm out, and I got out.
Yeah.
But if I didn't have the patience, or if I didn't have a decent enough, big enough stop, um, and I just didn't
Dang,
trust the process. But then I understand, like you're seeing this, and this is
I would have
messing with
that
your
would have
mind.
scared me out. That's
Yeah,
what I
this
was
is
talking
messing with
about
your mind.
earlier, Bruno. I think you was on the phone. I was
Yeah,
asking them, do they watch that? Like
I'm
I
looking at
always
a whole
watch
bunch of
that.
things. I'm looking at a whole
Yeah.
bunch of things. I'm listening to what coach is saying about the market, what the market's doing. I'm listening to other semiconductor or chip manufacturers, Nvidia
Uh-huh.
being one of them. When I was listening and I heard him say Nvidia is pulling, let me see. Let me. I could have sworn that's what I heard, and hopefully I heard right. Yes, I did. See that? So Nvidia pulled hard, then it just
Mm-hmm.
hung out here, then pulled again. So I, listen, I guess it would be a good guess.
Nvidia is just a beast, man. Nvidia slide it over some more. Nvidia turned green, didn't it? Slide it over towards
Oh,
the end of the day.
for Nvidia.
Yeah, that's Nvidia, ain't it? No, that's
No, no,
all right.
I got
That's
the Nvidia.
all right. Okay, Nvidia was down. Well, shit, that was AMD turned green. Then I mean, that's the only thing that's really jumping right now is the what that is chip sector.
Yeah, this right here would have been your money makers right here. This one, this
Mm-hmm.
big thing right here,
Yep,
because you need a nice you honestly you need a stair stepper. You can't
you
have it
do.
hanging out in channels.
It
Right.
can't be going straight with.
So if scalping is not your thing, EWO should be your thing, but you're looking for these big bands, like these big
Right.
monster fall off a cliff kind of things. If you start getting these little tiny ones, especially with the expiration the same week or you're expiring the next day, you need these bands, these big ones, these big rippers. Even getting in here and you would have sat tight and pretty. If you would have got in here and sat here, this would have chipped away a little bit at your profits, but you would have still been sitting. You would have still had the patience to sit. Again, it's easier to say this when it's built out because you don't know. I guess I don't have a pin on this one. I was gonna erase this. All this stuff you
Sorry, I
can't
don't
see
have all the
it.
bells and whistles.
Yeah, you don't see it. It's easy to sit here and judge it. It's like, oh yeah, you could have got in here. You could have
Yeah,
wrote up, and you could have just sat patient. You could have wrote it up some more. But it's
man. When
different
those
ball.
candles are painting, that you don't know what's gonna
You
happen.
don't know exactly. But like I said, listening to overall market to the downside, I was like, I'm confident. I wasn't sweating. I was screaming because I needed to get the hell out of here. I was like, go down. Like let's get out of this thing.
I got to
Yeah.
get back on my options game. I ain't traded an option in a little minute now. I stopped trading the options for a while whenever they wrecked my account. Like I started trading the options, did good, and then I started scalping, and the scalping just is because you making a little bit every time you doing good, and then next thing you know, one bad trade wipes away all that. So
But look at this thing though. Look at this band. Like I'm replaying
that's
it, right?
perfect. That's
Yeah.
perfect right there.
Yeah,
That's
that
why
one.
I would have got scared. I would have
Nah,
got
but this
scared right there.
rejection, I needed it to
That's
break. I needed to break and hold above VWAP, and then I would have probably cut my loss and got out. But I
my
just sat
problem
patiently.
used to be hesitating to get in. That's why that one guy, what's his name, Emerson, that would always be talking about coach, talking to coach and trying to figure out the evil of everything. And I'd be like, man, he doing what I used to do, over complicating the thing. Like I hear people getting in, and they're like, it's going up. It just broke P market, and then I'm like, should I get in? It's gonna reverse. I'm sitting there second guessing, hesitating. Then I get in, and I have to end up either taking a dollar loss or I end up taking like a setting where I just get like $1 or $1 loss, and then trading Apple now it moved kind of slow. So when it pull against you, it'll
Yeah.
probably take about $10 away, and then you wait on it to climb back up just to hurry up and get out with $1 loss or $1 win or something. And
Yeah.
that's what I was doing. I used to hesitate and I missed the move, but I get lucky and let it climb back up just to break even or make a little something,
Yeah.
you know?
And just so people, if you're late to the party and late to the EWO, you can still scalp it. And
Yeah.
I'm big on this now, and I wasn't paying no mind to the to VWAP, but
Mhm.
utilize VWAP as a line of resistance.
Yes, it rejects it a lot.
It rejects it a lot, and
Yeah.
until it breaks through, like I'm getting to the point where if I do a scalp, and I'm going to show you right where if I had time and I could have got back in this. I mean, technically, I don't want to play a call and a put at the same time because you got to manage both. But say I
Mm-hmm.
would have got out right at this level, see where my line was, and I said I'm out. It touched it, it bounced, I'm out, and then I would have quickly got into a put. I would have used. I mean, VWAP's pretty tight on this example, but there's one a little bit further down. I'll show you. If
See
you're not,
that.
if you're patiently waiting for that EWO play and it's not coming because obviously it's going back down, right? So now it's
Mm-hmm.
building, 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 and you say, okay, I missed that. You could have scalped this down, and I'm going to show you right here. See, it's starting to fall, starting to climb, and then you could have got in right here on this one and
Mm-hmm.
waited for the VWAP touch
Rejection. Yep.
and rejection immediately out, immediately. Like I wouldn't even have waited just to get in and get out, right?
Yep.
And then same thing, it's going to do this all day. It's going to
And I
touch
know
it.
you're right because that VWAP rejection is what I be doing. Like earlier, we was talking about how, and like with the wide stop, the 1-to-1, as if the most of the because that's like gonna dominate the other pair. But most else, so I get in the trade and I start working down, right? And I always either bring the stop right above VWAP or right above the cloud, but more VWAP because I know it's gonna just come up there, and whenever it hit that VWAP, it's gonna turn into a damn and start going down. Always
Yeah.
place the stop, and then once I get it
You
down,
could
work
have done baby.
down below that, I don't know
You could have done baby scalps this whole thing. It's touching VWAP and bouncing back all morning, I should say.
that VWAP
I was gonna
is
say
the
all
truth.
afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that
could
be the
have
truth.
just these little humps, but I mean, you might have not made a whole lot, but I'm not, and also just to be clear, it doesn't mean that it's always going to do that. It's never going to break VWAP, but that
But
should be
most of
one
the
good
time
line
when
that
it's the
you to play.
trend, yep, most
Yeah.
of the time.
Right here, it breaks. Let me see if it breaks and holds because I was gone for the day. Say, look, touched it, rejected
Yep.
all day long. All freaking day long.
All day long. And long as the VWAP going lower, like the VWAP on the downtrend, it's going to continue to just come up to it, hit it, and keep going down. And what you just said earlier about the opening up the call and to put it at the same time, like I just don't see how people do that. I wouldn't be able to. I gotta pay attention to my option at all times, and then it's unless you got an illegal broker on the forex, you can't short and long at the same time.
Yeah,
You can
I don't
you
even
can
think did it because I was gone. Did it even break through VWAP at all? Well, other than this little hump right here, but that's not really nothing crazy right there. That wasn't even a strong like I need to
Oh,
get
this
out
is
of.
what I was gonna ask you. Do you ever use Anchor VWAP or no? I
No,
don't know too many people that use Anchor VWAP. The only time I use Anchor VWAP is if price goes to like a V bottom or a V top. You know what I mean? Like say if it dropped like how Bitcoin just dropped down and now it's working its way back up, and it just left a V at the bottom. That's the
Yeah.
only time I put the anchor VWAP on it,
Yeah.
because it'll act the same way for us, giving you a place to enter
Look at this
as
one. Look at
it
this one
moves
right here.
forward.
Look at this one
Yeah.
right here. Short flag, bearish flag right here.
Mhm.
And you would have got in, you would have got paid.
You would have got paid
You would
fast
have
on
got
that
paid.
one.
Look how big that one is. Like, the consensus to the majority of the day, it's to the downside. Obviously, Coach always says, unless you're scalping, don't go against the grain, right? So it's going to happen. I mean,
it's going to continue.
It's been a while.
I'm telling you, it take a lot to turn it's going to take a lot to turn a trend around.
It's been a while since it hit this level before. Let's see, back in May. So that might also make you nervous. Be like, yo, I haven't seen AMD at 105 in a while, but overall the market's doing what? It's everything's falling.
Everything is falling, and then
that's when Lee first started calling AMD out when it was just under 100. Remember that?
Oh, like I want to say that I sit here and wait for Lee to say, but I'm on AMD like every morning. But when he said it, I was like, "Yep." Like I'm like I wanted to jump through the microphone and be like, "Confirmation to the downside."
Yes.
So Nvidia did the same. Nvidia kind of, it's also falling as well. Let's see, Mara's falling. Ford, everything's falling.
Hey, that's what I want to talk about, man. Everybody be trying to bash Ford, but Ford is a great starter stock, man.
Ford is a good stock to invest
It
in
is.
too, because it's cheap, and that they're going to blow up with this whole EV.
What is
thing.
that right there that's climbing up? What?
This was SPXU.
Okay, so
that seems to be the only thing going the opposite. Let me see what else we got. Coin, coin was falling. Bitcoin falls. eBet was that other big one.
Mm-hmm.
That had that pop the other day, but it's kind of rebound. It's retracing back to the downside. And I think that was it. I mean, I deleted a bunch of them, but the key players are here. Yeah. All right,
Netflix,
so I'm gonna get up.
Falling.
I'm gonna get up out of here.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna holler at y'all in the morning.
3 hours is my time limit.
Yep, I didn't think it was gonna be this long, but the conversation.
Come on,
was good,
you
though.
know it was gonna be this long.
The conversation was good, though, was it not?
It was excellent. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It allows us to just kind of chill and talk, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And we're learning a lot. We have a lot. You, David, Raphael, you got a lot of knowledge, man. Cox, everybody has some stuff they're bringing to the table. I'm loving it.
You learn a lot whenever you sitting there listening all day.
All right, David's back. David's back.
Is he back?
David, you got it from here.
No, I hear my.
Where's he at in the chat?
I hear my dad calling me, so he's probably gonna be wanting me to do something.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. Grab some dinner. Yeah. Thank you all so much for showing up and
Dawn,
hanging out.
shut it down this time, because
Dawn,
I want to hear about y'all.
What's for dinner?
Salad.
What the cat eating though?
Yep.
All right, maybe you can. I don't know where you're in Maryland, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how expensive salads are out there.
No, she went grocery shopping. So
okay. Well, I sent you some. I sent you a little something.
Oh, Bruno, I love you,
all
man.
Right. Support Dawn.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna support, but I gotta wait till the first Dawn.
I got you. No, I'm not saying to do it right now, but that should get you. That should get you some chicken salad.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't eat chicken.
That's right.
Okay,
I forgot you're vegan.
Hey, I'm loving this group though.
Hey, I'm loving it too, man.
I love it is to talk to a trader outside of ADT. Well, we still inside of ADT.
Let me get Trading View off the screen before Coach comes in here and kills me. All right.
Yeah, let me stop sharing it.
I got it already. Didn't he? He said no training, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, no training, and I think that was more of a conversation.
Well, that was me.
Yeah, we was going over trading.
Going over my play.
You were going over what you did.
Yeah.
True that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he knows what we're doing because Coach has peeped in on my stream, so he knows what we're doing. We're keeping it
Did y'all
copacetic.
see?
You know
Did
what I
y'all
mean?
see my? Did y'all see my?
That's a nice.
What is that?
It's my background.
What is going on?
That's how many screens you
Oh, is
got?
that the plane?
Yeah.
Wow. I
Why
gotta
do you
get my.
think? Why do you think I got eyes on everything?
Oh man, that is
And
so
if it was up to
funny.
me, I'd have 8 screens. But I don't have the space, nor do I have the video card capabilities to do 8. But when I get settled in and I start making that good money,
Wow, that's a cockpit for you.
yeah.
Yes, I like that. That's what I'm gonna have soon.
So
Mm-hmm.
you listen. This thing has you have it. It does definitely help. You got eyes on everything.
Yep.
There's
Because
Nice.
I used to just hook my laptop to the TV in my room. It's like a what it is, a 42 inch. I don't know, but I used to be able to. I used to, you know how you can split the screen. It helped me out in the beginning, but now I don't do it because I guess I'm just too lazy and I just wake up and go right in. But in the morning I have it. I have coats going on all screens in the morning. Nobody's up. No matter what room I walk into, they have ADT playing.
I know, right? Listen, I have it on my computer. You can hear the through the house. You can kind of hear the speaker, and then I've got it in my headset when I leave the
Yeah,
room. So
I
that's
get
why
it.
he has to put me in twice because usually I've got it both on my phone and the computer, but usually I'll end up getting out because I'm editing and take it off the
Because
phone.
I think I don't log into the Zoom sometimes. Sometimes I log into the Zoom early, but majority of the times I'll just soon as he go live on YouTube, that's whenever I just get on up and start moving around. I put it on the front
Yep.
room TV, whatever
tomorrow.
I'm
room.
taking my
Tomorrow there
vitamins
won't
when he's
be.
reading out the
Tomorrow there
disclaimers.
won't be VIP. By the way.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
that's
He's
right.
taking
He's
a
not
day
going to
off.
be
He
there
needs a
Yeah.
day
tomorrow.
off.
So
He
I
needs a
mean
day
the
off for
Zoom
real.
will be up. I'm sure he's gonna update the links. He said he'll take care of hot stock picks. But we could just hang
Okay.
out in the VIP, I guess. But I don't know how we're gonna do it. If he might have to just update it, unless he updates the link mobile at. I mean, if he's
Hey,
leaving the house, I don't know.
some people be getting really butthurt behind the VIP. I'd be like, man, if like if you can't afford the VIP, don't break your neck trying to get the VIP. It's just not for you, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like I don't need the VIP
Wow,
because
Bruno, thank you, bud.
you
oh
got it done.
yeah, I feel like I don't really. I'm just blessed to be where I'm at right now. And sometimes whenever they be like, oh, whenever y'all go to the VIP fees, I'll be like, man, why y'all just stop whining, okay?
Right.
I be want to say stop whining. Like, goddamn, it's enough knowledge to go
Nice.
around.
There
If
is.
you sit here
Thank you,
if you
Arlo.
sit here long enough,
Arlo.
the VIP gonna slowly leak out. I think I heard Nana say that one time.
You see what
Yeah,
happens, Don? When one does, the others
Yeah,
follow. That's how this group is. That's what
that's
I
so
love about this
awesome.
group.
yeah. But
You guys are
You know,
amazing.
Arlo had to sweat a lot today for that spy. So
yeah, Coach's been on Arlo. That's what I heard when I walked into the room. I heard him, Arlo.
Y'all are awesome. All right, well, y'all have a good night,
All right,
and I will catch y'all mañana,
all right. I'll holler at y'all in the morning.
and we'll finish out the week
Yeah,
tomorrow in the
tomorrow's
evening.
Friday.
It'll be our first week.
It is. It's been going good. It's been good. At first, I was like, well, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try to make it. It's been overworking me. I ain't even been able to get up at night.
Arlo's gonna find the lines for resistance tomorrow for spy. Calling it out there. We got to
Yes.
find those lines. I already put the lines out from today's, and I looked to see what the price difference was. Not that it matters, because sometimes you might have some that are a little bit bigger, but like Tesla was like $1.50 difference. And I also went back and kind of watched other videos that Coach did, so I don't mess this up. So I'm trying to, like, I have my way to chart it, but I want to also make sure that we have good information, because I think out of all the ones that we did when he was out on Friday, I think only one he wanted us to correct. So I think we did a pretty good job. So, which was Spy that he wanted. I think Spy or Tesla, one of those. So,
I
Yeah.
know he don't use whole numbers, so
so Dave, I'm sure
something to
David
keep
will
in
be
mind.
here tomorrow with Apple. So,
Yes. Yes.
and
Yes.
then I will
Yes.
try. Some are really
And Dawn will
clean.
do Netflix.
Yeah, some are really clean and crisp.
You better shut up. I'm not.
And you could see it. You know, you're looking at the 1 minute, you can see where it needs to be. But some are like way too choppy, and it's like gives me sometimes anxiety just looking at it. So, but
Of
AMD should
you.
be fine for me. I mean, I think I'll be okay with AMD. So, all right,
Yeah, you killing it.
All
out of
right.
here.
All right,
All
y'all.
right.
Have a good
Good
one.
night,
I'm gonna
Linda.
throw on
Thank
the
you,
outro.
Linda.
Why Linda
Linda L.
need to come join the group
Listen
next.
to me, Linda.
Linda coming next
I'm
time.
waiting for Linda to come up in
I
here.
like
Linda, Arlo, Miranda.
I just like
Come on
Linda's
up.
voice. It's very
Yes, it's
calm.
real
I love
soothing.
Very
I
Linda's
can
voice.
calm
go
and
I was
soothing.
telling
I
Jen,
feel like I'm at a spa. Like,
for real.
she's got that voice,
she
right?
You
does.
know?
And I told Jen, I turned her up one day. She was speaking. I'm like, Jen, that's Linda. That's the one that came to your stream. You know what
Tomorrow,
I mean?
Linda,
So
you
she's
gotta
like, oh,
join.
that's
It's the
right.
weekend tomorrow. Linda gotta join.
I feel like if I was going down in a plane and Linda was sitting next to me,
She could
she could
talk you
just be
through
like,
it.
"It's okay,
keep you
it's okay,
calm.
Bruno, it's
Yep.
okay," and I'll be like, "This is it. We done. We done."
Yeah,
But Linda's gonna make me not be nervous. Got it.
Yeah.
she'll do it.
All right, guys and gals.
All
All
right.
right. Peace out. Peace and blessings, everybody in the chat. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And we will see you tomorrow
See
at
you
5.
mañana.
And of course, we'll see you tomorrow in the group.
All right.
Peace.